Niners! Monday night. Let's talk some ball, fam. 1, 2, 3. 2 or 3 more of these preseason things. And on with the show. Don Burr, you've been put on notice. Next week is going to be more fun because the fact of the matter is the Raider fans that are parking their car just outside of this chat and coming in here each and every day that we do this as if they were actually welcomed in here could end next weekend. Because the Raiders, though, I think it's going to be a real rehearsal game, right? So that means I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to jump on that in just a second. But Coach Shanahan shared plenty of thoughts about his team today. Coach included opinions on several aspects of interest regarding the current red and gold situation, as well as what could affect tomorrow's cut down to 80 players. Tonight, we'll go over a few of Coach Shanahan's thoughts of today before we go to the phones for your reactions and opinions. I tell you, I love this game. Let me jump right into it. The top 5 topics Coach Kyle Shanahan covered with reporters in a conference call today, a day after the 49ers rallied for a 15-10 win over the host L.A. Chargers down in SoFi. And starting with Trey Lance, the review goes like this. Trey Lance has now thrown as many INTs in a Niners uniform as he did at North Dakota State, which is only 1. That's very good. After his 15-yard pass sailed off of Mohamed Sanu's hands and into those of Chargers defenders, which means he shouldn't have any INTs, right? But it is preseason, and no need to get carried away with the emotions about that. Shanahan also got a good look at how Trey rallied with touchdown passes as he continued. Shanahan said, quote, "I like how he responded throughout it. Trey hasn't played a lot of football in the last year or so. In college, he threw 1 INT since high school. So to watch him throw a pick and have a couple close, that's something he isn't used to. It got down to pretty bad, but to watch him go recover, it was nice for me to see because I haven't seen him have to play through much like that in his college tape." He also saw Lance make unquote. Coach also saw Lance make a concerted effort to correct his mistakes from his preseason opener against them Kansas City Chiefs. Then came more mistakes against the Chargers, to which he corrected during the comeback, which Coach Cody said, which was nice to see, not having to wait until the film, unquote. So all in all, give me a grade on the progression that Trey made and what you're looking for going forward. I mentioned that yesterday. I said, Trey, he started off in first gear, shifted into second, went to third. Before the game was over, he was in fourth gear. So you got to appreciate that. Shanahan acknowledged that what Lance has shown in the preseason is a mere sample size, though, of his greater versatility. He's had only 1 run. And Shanahan continued by saying, quote, "When you put in a game plan for Trey, there'll be some stuff different than what we've done with quarterbacks in the past. There are other elements he brings to the game we haven't done for obvious reasons in the preseason." Shanahan said Lance's fundamentals improve from one game to the next, although he needs to ease up on the short throws and read such plays a little faster. On to the IU drops. Fam, you watched a little bit of the preseason game today. I mean, not preseason, but the Monday Nighter, right? So I'm looking at Marquez Galloway, right? And he's making catches out of his butt. I mean, Winston's putting that ball out there to make it possible, but still, those are some outrageously good catches. He's got a defender hanging on him like a curtain, fighting him off in the end zone, and then he still dives to the ground and makes the catch. That is focus and concentration. Winston, albeit that ball was put right in the right place, but still, that was an extremely difficult catch. He comes back a few minutes later. He does another one diving across the pylon again. They've got Michael Thomas, I guess Michael's coming back later, but now they got, and then they lost that tight end that almost killed us last year. See, this is the thing, I just, how do these guys always get past our scouts? Because he just got there too. He wasn't all that coming into today's game either. But Ayuk's drops were a subject of Shanahan's conversation. Brandon Ayuk's drops aren't sitting well with the coach at all, actually. Nor are those of the Niners' other receivers who haven't been sure-handed in his training camp. It's like you guys went to SoFi, Ayuk, Debo, Muhammad. What happened, guys? What did you do? Richie, I'm getting used to you, but God, Jesus Christ, the rest, come on, guys, catch the ball. So about this issue, Coach said, quote, it's something I know he's definitely working at, something we don't want. He's speaking of Ayuk. It's something I know he's definitely working at, something we don't want to happen ever. As a receiver, when their hands touch the ball, you never want to drop it. Saying never might not be totally realistic, but it's something we're striving for and something Brandon definitely can get better at, unquote. Now, because I look at Brandon Ayuk as our number one receiver, and he's going to be one. I want to see, because the ball's not always going to be thrown right into your chest or right where you want it. You've got to have a radius, okay? And you've got to make those plays. And somebody yell, "You're right. Well, he makes that catch, he gets back." Well, you know what? That's neither here nor there. All our guys. They got to make this catch. Catch the ball. Just catch the ball. If it hits you in the hands, catch the ball. I don't know what you work on in practice. What if maybe it was nerves or something? I don't know. But just let's go. So B.A. dropped the first pass thrown his way in both preseason games so far, from Trey Lance's initial attempt in the opener against the Chiefs to Jimmy G's high throw, and it was a little high. And I said it yesterday, that resulted in a red zone INT yesterday. B.A. dropped 5 of 96 targets his rookie year. Now, that's according to RotoWire.com, who think the guys who pay attention to that kind of thing really closely. His 60 receptions, meanwhile, were the most ever by Niners rookie receiver, although then running back Earl Cooper owns the franchise rookie record with 83 catches in 1980. But here's the thing. You know that Ayuk has the capability to make some outrageous catches. So, this is why it's already the season. Don't attach too much emotion behind it. Get over it. We'll get over it. Next week, Ayuk's liable to make more circuit catches than you've ever seen in your life. But it's just a matter of concern at the moment, right? So, because you got to be worried. I mean, this is the last guy you want to see dropping the ball. You didn't think last year he didn't do that, right? So you figure he's not going to do that anymore. We got our number one guy. He's going to make these great catches, even when they're not right on the money. And so, so we'll see. Get to the injury updates. I'd like to get some feedback on you about Ayuk as well as Trey. Injury updates. Defensive tackle Maurice Hurst has a high ankle sprain, and linebacker Michael Kendricks, who just got here, sustained a turf toe injury early in Sunday's game. And what we know about turf toe, both vets will be out at least a month, and that will factor into roster spots, according to Kyle Shanahan. Coach says he planned to meet with John Lynch tonight to determine how they'd trim the roster from 85 to 80 players by tomorrow. That's Tuesday, 1 p.m. deadline. Dun, 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 dun. Some other players have sustained injuries at the wrong time as well. Yesterday's game versus the Chargers, other injuries also included guard Senio Kelemete, back is day-to-day, and cornerback Alexander Myers was cleared from a potential concussion, so he should be okay. So we're going to see what happens with that tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss whoever gets cut and other things going on with the 49ers. We'll probably do that a lot between now and opening day, which is coming up soon. Starters, right? The script could flip in the days ahead, fam. But Coach Shanahan plans on deploying starters who've otherwise sat out the first 2 games for precautionary reasons. That includes most of the defense, but also, yes, indeed, GK, whose preseason career consists of 2 games as a rookie in 2017 and 2018 preseason opener. This guy looks like these guys are going to be coming out for the Raiders. So the Raiders, Larry Hoover, I guess it's over, man. It's coming to Vegas, and we're loading both barrels. So, yeah. Rookie prospects, fam. Strong safety Talanoa Hufanga, everybody's favorite guy, is in contention for a starting role, not only because he wears that particular fragrance that draws like a magnet to everybody who's around him, including people not around him, He's got to have some impressive showings with the fact Jaquaski T. That toe remains on the physically unable to perform list. Kwaski. Coach said about Talanoa, quote, he's definitely given himself an opportunity. Quote. Coach added that vet Tavon Wilson has had a solid camp too. Rookie Jalen Moore has worked exclusively at left tackle and filled in at the left tackle and done a good job. There are all game Sunday in place of the injured T-Will and Sean Coleman, while Morris is helping prove himself as a swing tackle option as well. Niners also could switch him to guard as they seek to I saw that glitch coming. When I say, Sean Coleman, while Morris helping prove himself as a swing tackle option, the Niners also could switch him to guard as they seek to keep only 3 to 4 reserve linemen on the 53-man roster, and that according to Shanahan. So, Sean Coleman, wasn't he taken out the year before last? Then last year, COVID. What would you do with Sean Coleman right about now? Are you going to figure him in? Because there's I don't know how many offensive linemen. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, fam, that's pretty much what I'm saying. And as I said about Trey, no matter how good he is, those big sparkly plays, he's still got to go through some rookie stuff, See, and I did like the way he made the adjustment from throwing bullets into throwing passes that could actually be handled. That play into the end zone, perfectly led receiver. Him and Sherfield got something going on anyway. That shot to Sherfield, nice. But everything else Shanahan says, yeah, I noticed that too. He'll iron that out, though. You could see he's got all kind of talent, and you can tell he's sharp too. Because anytime he stayed calm. The sacks came, but he stayed calm, got up. But what you don't want to see is a rookie getting beat up too much. Those things can screw with his confidence. So, then he starts to question what he's doing. He comes out of himself and gets into this shell. So you got to be careful with that. Shannon's got to make sure psychologically stays in his head and lets him know what happened. And make sure, even if you have to, tell him that wasn't your fault. The things that are actually his fault, like pull a little bit, take a little bit of that octane out of that catch, of that pass, that's good. But when he's getting blasted out there, maybe say something about a little more offensive line help, and I think we could get that ironed out. Or things like, you may have had one read over here to the left. You might have got rid of the ball a little sooner, but don't worry about it. That's coming along. You're looking good. Don't even trip on it. Let's get you back out there. Let's see what we can get done. So he'll be fine. And as I looked at Ayuk, I still got all the faith in the world in Ayuk. Because I got posted up on Twitter, and Show came in and says, when I said about Marquez Callaway, Show, why can't we get one? I know you know what? It's okay. Because, I don't know, maybe Marquez Callaway doesn't look like that with us. I don't know, but, it's just amazing. I love Debo. I don't know what Sanu was talking about yesterday. Maybe, again, it was the heat on the ball. I don't know. Because these guys catch the freaking ball, guys. And as far as the rookies go, Talanoa, man, he's got, it's going to bring the house down if he starts anywhere. So, Danny, all right, Ronbo, what's going on? Willis, my defensive of the player game and offense is Sherfield versus Chargers. And here's the thing about Jordan. 6 weeks, no Jordan Willis. And I agree. Willis does look like the top, because I was hoping Arden Key would fill that. Arden Key's out there running around. He's not making it. He plays. Luscious, I've always called it Luscious, Lucius, but Luscious Thomas. Future looks bright for the Niners. I was around for the 80s dynasty. I would give anything to see another Niner dynasty. Keep waiting. It's coming up. You can see it coming. Slick 68, what's up, Ronbo? What I say about my boy Talanoa Hufanga? Slick, he was absolutely right, man. I knew he was good from his tape, but I didn't know how good he'd be, because you know how it goes. You go from college, you go to the pros, things change a little bit. But Talanoa, he looks like he's right at home out there. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up?
Oh, man, I was just sitting back here going with some of what Kyle Shanahan's talking about. And he touched down on some things that, with Trey, I was impressed with how he progressed, even during the course of the game. He didn't come unfrazzled. And Ayuk, Ayuk's going to start Ayuking shortly. And it's just preseason. These guys are going to get this all ironed out. You got to have some time to mess up. And then, of course, we got the newbies. Talanoga is looking awfully good. Listen, you know what? I got to tell you, if I see one more week of Diamador making plays, I was one of the people that said, man, Demo, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to make this team. Shut up, Ronbo. I think he's going to make it. About our injuries, 80 guys tomorrow. Who's leaving? Your day. Give me some, Matt.
Who knows, man? I think I just want to touch on the one thing people are talking about, how Kyle didn't name a starter. He's not. What benefit does it give him to name a starter 3 weeks before the opening game? He wants these guys to compete. He wants He wants them to go out and do their best. He's not going to give anyone any job 3 weeks before the first regular season game.
And Matt, he's tired of answering that question. I mean, they ask him that every single press conference. You know, so Kyle's said, okay. You can see yesterday it was pretty funny. He really got on his nerves on that last. He whispered something to somebody. I don't know what he was saying, but you know, God. But go ahead.
About the drops. Yeah, they'll get it straightened out. They're young receivers. They preseason. People are going to mess up. They'll get it straightened out. And I was going to say, for everybody talking about how Jimmy G has played really poor, you got to give Jimmy G. You got to give him his full weapons. You got to have Kittle on the field. You got to get Mostert on the field. Williams and Mack. If he's got a different O-line, like a third-string running back, he's not going to play as good as he's not going to benefit from that. So,
Also, has he really played that bad? Being a veteran, I understand he should have made a better throw to Ayuk. I definitely agree on that. But Jimmy's pretty much just giving what the defense takes him, and a lot of people don't really appreciate that. If the throw can be made a little further downfield or whatever, I'm thinking he's going to see that. There wasn't much available. The Chargers aren't that bad defensively, right? So he just got rid of the ball as quick as possible to the guys that were open. So they judge that as being poor football, but I'm not sure why. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, I was gonna ask you. John Lynch said that they were gonna start Jimmy G, and then they were gonna go to Trey for 2 series, and then back to Jimmy G. They never went back to him, and I was like, what's happening? Like,
yeah, they played. There was 16 plays on that drive to open the game, right? So that spent the whole quarter. They were going to go back and forth a little bit, but that just spent the entire time. So 16 plays. All right, Jimmy, you got enough work in today. Let's go with Trey. So yeah, that made sense.
Yeah. He was showing off the wheels on that first drive.
That was pretty funny.
Like 10 yards. I was like, all right. I was like, all right, first time he's moved in a while. Like,
and which will erase everybody talking about, since that knee, Jimmy hasn't been the same. I said, the knee doesn't hurt after 2 years. I listen to all these things, and people say, if you've ever had a knee deal, it never goes away. These guys are getting $1 million treatments. I don't think, if G's knee was still hurting, he'd still be wearing a brace, I guess. So.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's been years. These guys are getting professional treatment from professionals. Like, come on.
So, yeah. That was unusual, though. I've not seen him do that in a long time. So,
yeah. It was
nice slide,
probably the longest run I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last thing you want him to go is, bam, takes a big hit. And
like Justin did over in Chicago. Oh, that was a blast. My God, I heard about it. And then I see it, helmet flying off the head. I said, that's concussion protocol. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He got absolutely drilled. His helmet came off, and then his head flew on the ground. Whew.
Justin's got to learn to slide. Slide, Justin. We know you're fast. Slide. Because you're fast, which makes it worse. So when you get hit, it's going to be twice as hard. Slide. Good God. Yep. Anyway. And, hey, Hufanga. I thought Hufanga might be, he might have to wait. play special teams? What are you thinking?
Man, that play yesterday was something, wasn't it? Just ran right up and blew up the running back for like a loss of 3 yards. That was sweet. But yeah, I'm excited about him. He showed a lot of promise.
And Kowalski's, a turf toe. I didn't know what a turf toe was until the other day because I've never looked it up. And Papa Dragon explained what a turf toe is about. That sounds frightening. Can you imagine your big toe disjointing and you can feel it? You're scared because it's going to pop in and out. You can't play football like that.
No, it's a tough injury. It's not an injury that people talk about as one of the worst, but it is a tough one to come back from.
God, but Kowalski, he brings something to the table. His experience, first of all, and knowing how to direct, and he actually, what experience teaches a football player is he's been there, done that on most things. So when Kowalski recognizes something, him and Fred were working in tandem out there a lot of the times. Kowalski would say, all right, look where that wide receiver is. Look where the slot guy is. I'm telling you right now what's coming up. Here's what's coming up. And they would have those kind of communications, right? See, Hufanga and everybody else, and I don't know about Tavon Wilson, some of the other guys, but they have to go through that in order to make that call. Fred's going to be able to line people up, but you still need your guy in the box. That's a huge asset. We're going to see.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. I wish Tart could just stay healthy because he's been injured for like the last 3 years. Feels like he's been in now every year.
He's been hurt every year. In the 2019 season, I understand he played hurt even in the Super Bowl, but he had to play because it's the Super Bowl, right? You don't know when you're going to be back here.
Yeah,
so whatever's hurting, put some tape on it. Let's go.
Right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matty, I'm going to tell you what, I'll probably be back tomorrow because we're going to see who gets cut and whatever else happens.
I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good night, fam.
Good night.
And it's Brittany. Brittany!
Hey, Ronbo. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Well, how you been doing?
It's been good. It's been good. Taking
Yes.
a break, but, it's been a while.
It's going to get better. We're going to get through preseason. We're almost done with this. And so we can get started. It's funny now because at first we were clamming for football. Football. Just give me football. I don't care what kind of football. I'll even watch the Hall of Fame game. Just give me some football now. And then now we're getting into preseason, 2 games, 3. This last game's going to be fun, though, because we're playing against the Raiders. See, San Diego doesn't mean anything, right? Or should I say the Chargers mean nothing. The Chiefs mean nothing. But to play the Raiders, I don't care if it's preseason or not. It's serious. How about Trey? What do you think about Kyle's thoughts on Trey?
Man, so far, in my personal opinion, I'm very impressed with him. But, like Kyle has said, there are still some things he needs to work on. So I get that point. But I'm very impressed with what he's got so far. But, some things he needs to work on, like what I saw in the Chargers game, you still see, a few mistakes that he's making, which is fixable. Like, any player who makes a mistake, whether you're a quarterback, a wide receiver, a running back, no matter what position, you make a mistake, it's always plenty of room to improve. And that's what preseason is about. You get the rust off. So, no doubt about it. So what Kyle was talking about, he has plenty of time to improve. It's just getting him up to speed, which is okay. We get that. We want him up to speed, and it's different because college football is a slower pace. Like when you enter the NFL, it's moving so quickly. You have to keep up, and I think that's what Kyle's just trying to do.
And you can ask Trevor Lawrence about that. I'm watching the Saints just beating him up. I said, "Welcome to the NFL, Trevor." It's a little faster here, huh? You know what's going to be interesting, though, Brittany?
Oh no,
Kyle's building that Trey Lance machine piece by piece. Now, first he's going to get Trey to sit in that pocket and be able to read and throw because we already know Trey can run. Now, when he gets that installed, next comes know when to run and when not to run. All right, as we're going to work on that next. You're going to look at the film and get that done. And now, also decisions being made on the field. Make your decisions. Go. These are things step by step. When he gets through building that machine, though, Trey Lance could be one of the league's best. Zach Wilson right now to me is the most impressive rookie out there. A guy looks smooth as silk.
Yeah.
Um,
He's very impressive. So is Fields. He's very impressive too. That hit though last Saturday.
yeah. The only thing about Justin though, Justin's got to get over when they ask him how fast the game was. He just said, kind of slow to me. Yeah, Justin, don't play yourself. That's how come you got blasted into oblivion in that play. You need to stay focused, stay humble, just learn, and then later on you can talk all the trash you want. But wait, so he's looking pretty good though.
Plus, what you just brought up about Trey, about Kyle now having to teach him how to win inside the pocket. I think that's something important that you mentioned, because a lot of these people, the minute we drafted him, just all of a sudden they thought that, oh, Kyle's just going to completely throw everything out of the book because it's like, now we got somebody mobile. Okay, yeah, we do. But the thing is that even though Kyle wanted somebody who's a little bit mobile, the main goal is he wants a quarterback who wins inside the pocket. And we've seen that so far. We've seen him use a quarterback that wins inside the pocket, whether that was Matt Ryan, who really isn't that mobile, whether that's Jimmy, who has a little bit of mobility but doesn't use it that often. He only uses it when it's necessary. So, yeah, just don't assume that getting somebody who's very mobile is going to just say it's going to be a completely different playbook. No, it's still going to be a playbook where he wants his guys to win inside the pocket.
There's no RG3 football here. This is Shanahan's team, unlike it was in Washington. So yeah, pocket presence, do you realize he could be better than Russell Wilson? Should he finally get both techniques down? He's already got the running down. I mean, Trevor can run.
Right.
I mean, Trey can run. But if he gets that pocket presence and awareness, what you want Tom Brady's pocket awareness, and you actually want Lamar Jackson's ability to run. Oh God! Oh my Lord! That would be just unbelievably bad.
Can it be both? Can he be better than Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Somebody asked about a dynasty. Lucius Thomas, he would be unstoppable, completely unstoppable. You can't play him up.
Yes, he would.
You can't play him deep. You can't do anything but stand there and hope he makes a mistake.
But all in all, like, definitely just, like, the little things that he needs to clean up. Like, he even recognized it. I mean,
yeah, he mentioned
he did get picked. We understand because the ball was thrown a little high. Like, we've seen it from both, not only him, but also from Jimmy. So both of them, you know, they both recognized it was high. So they got to work on it. So it's nothing to be too stressed about it. But as usual, when it comes to these people who don't like Jimmy, it's like, oh, my God, it's too hot. Okay, it's preseason.
Yeah.
Relax.
Recognize that fact. Brittany, we got a minute to go. Give me some on Ayuk. Are you okay with Brandon? Is he going to be okay?
He's going to be fine. I'm just ready for him to have, protection, to be fully healthy. If he is, all of our receivers are, well, not all of them. But, I mean, in general, that he's going to be fine. It happens, but this coming game, all of our starters are going to be in. So.
Everybody was screwing up except for Sherfield. Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Oh, it's coming, Brittany. It is coming. So I think we'll be back tomorrow. Let's discuss what happens with whoever gets let out of here. Get down to 80 and anything else that's going on in camp. All right?
Okay.
Appreciate it, Brittany.
Definitely.
Have a great night.
You too. Good night.
Thanks. Bye. And there he is, the 49ers Ultimate Report. Here's John.
Ronbo.
John, man, we're sitting here going through Kyle's the thoughts he shared today. Starting from Trey, Brandon, and the newbies. any injuries, how they're going to figure into who is going to get cut because they're cutting them right now, even as we speak. Can you imagine if I'm on the 49ers roster now? Oh, man, I wonder if they're going to. I mean, I know I've played good football, but not the best I can play. Let me call the coach. I know what you're thinking, man. I needed one more shot. You know, see, this is pretty funny because now your whole life stands hanging by a thread. You know, but John, what are you thinking?
You know, first I want to talk about Talanoa Ufunga.
Hey.
I was actually having a conversation on my channel with an NFL scout about last week, and I asked him, because he's a scout for the Bills, but he used to be a scout for the 49ers, but I asked him, why did you think Ufunga fell to the 49ers? And he was telling me that the Bills and other teams are very interested at Ufunga. And one of the things that, they were worried about was, some of his, 40 times, some of his,
Yep. I heard about that.
A bunch of all that stuff. And, like, as I mentioned, and he said, that they look back at it, the Bills are, like, really pissed off that they did not, draft him. But as he mentioned, he was a former scout with the 49ers, and he basically said he's happy where, he's at because he believes that he can thrive in that system. So that's just coming from a pro scout who was on my channel. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's, a guy named AJ Highsmith, and he, so that's the reason why I was so, lucky that we drafted him, especially that low, because and you're seeing what he's doing, during last week at camp, none of the receivers, could do anything versus him. And then yesterday where he blew through the line and took down the running back or whoever, and, it's really showing that, he could, as I think Kyle was saying, that he could be a guy who can be, starting week one. So it really shows you that, so I'm a little bit overhyped when it comes to Ufunga. I'm a little bit biased because I've seen him play, many times because I watch a lot of Pac-12 football. So I wanted to just be, get that emotions out, out of the way. And when it comes to, Kyle Shanahan and this quarterback
Wait. I want
situation,
to ask you one question about Hufanga, though. His heart seems to pump ice water on that field. I'm impressed with the fact that he stays so cool. If he starts game one in Detroit, will he remain cool?
I do think that he will remain cool because, of course, we're playing against the Lions. So,
Don Burr. That was a well-timed shot. I love it. But yeah, he's really cool and he works hard and gets it done. All right, go ahead with your point on Kyle and Trey, or wherever you were.
Yeah. So anyway, so besides that, whatever about the Lions, but basically, as I was saying about Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, and Kyle Shanahan, and I really don't care about, Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, he basically pissed me off when he threw that interception. And basically, watching it, live, I'm like, really, why did you sell that ball? But like I said, I hate interceptions. It really ticks me off. So, it's going to get a little bit bad if I go down that rabbit hole. But I will say this about Trey Lance. The thing that really, a lot of people are seeing is that he's able to extend plays with his feet. And I think the first play against the Chargers, he ran out all the way to the out-of-bounds line, trying to survey the field, trying to see what was down there. Instead of avoiding the sack or going out of bounds, he threw the ball away. And, of course, the run that he had, it wasn't a long run, but it really shows you why in today's NFL you do need a quarterback who's able to move in the pocket and able to scramble for a lot of yards. And, of course, you're seeing, the transition from the Chiefs game to the other game. He threw an interception, and he came back after the interception, and he did 3 quality drives going down the field. And then that 2-point conversion, which was BS from the referees. I'm not even get to that, but it shows you one of the things that he could be doing when they're in that goal line situation, the way he can just roll out, be able to survey the field to see if he sees any person wide open and toss the ball. And that's one of the things why I was a little bit too much, saying we have to get Trey Lance. It's showing, the ability. But at the same time, Jimmy has one more game, and he better have the best game, because one of the things that, as I've been watching, is that, you have to really compete for your job, man. You're making a lot of money, and if somehow, some weird way, you lose that job, it's just a headache that, like, one thing about me is that you never know what Kyle can do. Kyle can say, you know what? I'm going to start Trey Lance. So the mind of Kyle, that's the thing, how he's playing the media and he's playing the fans, because, we're getting closer and closer. So you have to commit to a quarterback. And when he commits to a quarterback, there's no turning back. So we'll see what happens about that situation. But at the end of the day, Kyle, he's a headache.
Remember too, though, you got to figure out what's going on in camp. We're not seeing everything. Also, Jimmy's only been out there for 2 drives all of preseason. I think it takes a little. Probably, it wasn't. It was a bad shot in the first quarter, but I think if you develop a rhythm, it's a lot like anything else. You need to come back out there more than once. I suspect with more than one drive, you may see a little different. But we'll find out next weekend, because I think he does get the first half. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so, that's just, unfortunately, like the 49ers, no matter what era, we always have a quarterback. Yeah. I remember, like, when Alex Smith and Sean Hill, that, nonsense, and then Alex Smith and J.T. O'Sullivan, and then, and then after that, the Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. And then now, we have Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. And even before that, when we had Jeff Garcia, there were people who were saying, oh, Jeff Garcia, why do we have Jeff Garcia? So as a 49er fan, the quarterback room is always going to be something that's going to be talked about, not just for this year, but for the next eternity.
And John, guess what? Year after next, it all starts again. Because, no matter how good a quarterback is, Trey's going to be good, but he's going to do a couple of things. We're going to lose a game, and fans are going to hate him for that. There's going to be that contingent of people that just hate. And then we're going to bring in another quarterback to back him up, and then everybody's going to be clamoring to see what he looks like. It's still where it goes. We're never going to stop that. Well, it's just the way it is. And it's something that, I'm starting to take it as a grain of salt. I was in a thread with Twitter. I haven't been back there since, because I realized, these arguments are just kind of silly to even get involved in. I'm done. I really am. I tease and clown them, but I'm not getting into that. There's no intellectual exchange when you're talking like that. It's just comedy. But John, look at it. Let me tell you what, John. Let me see you tomorrow. He's 49's Ultimate Report here on YouTube, and he's got something going on with the scout. You might want to go check that out. But John, let me go, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo, thanks as always. Of course, the 49er Empire, that's why we're the Empire. We're not no nation, we're the Empire. And, of course, Niners all day.
Night, fam.
Shout out to Norm, wherever he is right now.
Probably at that place eating again. Thanks, John.
All right.
And there is Chill Pill Phil. Come on in, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Phil, doing great, man. This preseason's winding down. We got one more week, and finally, the real fireworks get underway. Phil, Kyle shared some thoughts today, including Trey, even though the media is working him like crazy on every media conference. And then, of course, you got Ayuk out there. He's supposed to be our number one guy. He's been having a day.
I have no worries about Ayuk. You got to remember that Jimmy didn't work that much with Ayuk last year because Jimmy got hurt. Ayuk was a rookie. They had no OTAs. They had no preseason, basically. True. And so, they're still learning each other a little bit. I know Jimmy knows Debo. I mean, because he played a full season with him.
True.
But Ayuk's going to come around. He's going to be fine. The pass was a little high.
Yeah, it was.
And he did get his hands on it. You wish that a wide receiver tips it down instead of up.
Again, learning process. He's been his second year, man.
Exactly.
So,
but, if Jimmy makes the perfect throw, then
it's another story.
We're probably going to score a touchdown, and nobody's going to be – they're going to find something else to gripe about.
Yep.
But it was a 16-play drive, and when Jimmy scrambled, nobody mentions that. He looked pretty quick coming out of the pocket there, and he slid down where Trey didn't. Trey got hit on the, trying to go out of bounds, but
I hope he
still
starts
got hit.
sliding. He's going to get hurt doing that.
He needs to learn how to slide.
Yeah, you should look like
And
Jason.
another
Justin.
thing that bothered me about Trey, he tends to make a pump towards the guy he's going to, and you don't do that. You pump away from the guy you're going to, and then go at him. But he was making fake pumps at the guy. Either it's an indecision situation, or but when he decides and passes regularly, he's right on and he makes a good throw. But he needs to learn some things. There's still some things out there that he needs to work on. But
as far as Kyle goes,
this is the best.
A lot actually. Because
and honestly, Jimmy's going to start, folks, until he loses. Right? He's going to start until he loses, because it's in the best interest for the 49ers that Jimmy balls out and we get some trade value for him. Trey's going to start next year for sure, no doubt about it. Jimmy's not going to be on the team. But this year they want to be able to get trade value for him, so they're going to play him until he loses. And I just don't see him losing until at least week 3, because contrary to Don Burr,
the Packers,
Detroit can't score 28 points in 4 games, much less 1 game. If you watch their game against Pittsburgh, they scored nothing in 3 quarters. So,
and the 49ers defense is not something that's going to be that's going to be one of their worst nightmares for the season. So, Don, please give it a rest.
And it'll be interesting to see Nick and D Ford playing against the Raiders. We'll see how that goes.
I don't
with
think so.
Ebicom also.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. But he's got to give him a little bit of run, though, doesn't he?
I think they're going to play. I think they're going to play this. I think everybody's going to play this week.
Yeah.
It's
most
the
of the
dress
defense.
rehearsal. I think they're going to have Nick on the field, and I think they're going to have D Ford on the field. I'm hoping, but and Trent, you get those 3, and Kittle and Fred and all the band back together, and see how it goes. But they need to get one practice.
He's talking to you, Don.
With tackling down.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I see Don Burr. He's talking to you, Don. See, Don Burr is under the illusion that we don't have a good team. We don't have any capability to beat the Lions. And this is like funny.
Don Burr still has that brown paper bag over his head without the cutouts in the eyes, because he can't see how Detroit played this last preseason game. They were horrible. So, anyway. And the other thing is, on this Hurst injury, I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
And the reason being is that we've got so deep at defensive tackle that we were going to have to cut somebody like Givens
and Street
or Zach Kerr or one of those guys.
I think Kerr's made the team.
Because we're going to have to cut one of those guys. And now with Hurst having a high ankle sprain and out at least a month, nobody's going to clear waivers.
Yeah.
We'll put him on the practice squad, and him and Willis will be ready in 6 weeks, and Hurst will be ready in a few weeks after the season starts.
Oh, you're talking about PUP?
So
you're right. That's what they're going to do, Phil.
So that if Givens got cut and he was on the bubble and Zach Kerr was on the bubble, if one of those guys got cut, Seattle would have picked him up right away.
Oh.
In this case, nobody's going to pick up Hurst because he's injured with a high ankle sprain, and you don't know what's going to happen with a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, it takes forever to heal.
Sometimes, yes. And so they're not going to pick him up. He's going to clear waivers. He's going to be on the practice squad, and that way we got him.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's strategies you could deploy to keep the Seahawks from pulling all our players. Well, Phil, what I don't understand about the Seahawks roster, don't they have any people over there? How do you have room for all our players and yours? God.
Well, because they cut theirs because they're so crappy.
God, that's just
They are the worst defense in the division. So
They were last year. They did improve a little bit,
but
they
anyway,
still.
I don't think Kendricks was going to make the team anyway. So that's just he's probably gone.
Yeah, he just got
turf toe at this point in time, and he came in late. So forget it.
Probably crying.
But I have no
himself to
problem.
sleep.
Jimmy played well. He had one series, 16 play drive.
Yeah, I don't see what was so awful
unfortunate
about
pass.
that. Yeah.
So, and Trey didn't score his first time that he took the ball. But you're right. Quarterbacks need to get into a rhythm and get multiple series going.
At least two. God. So, anyway, Phil, let's see what happens tomorrow and who's going to say goodbye. And we'll talk about whatever they're doing tomorrow as well. All right. Always great to hear from you. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Phil. Night.
Bye.
Bye. There goes Phil. I still got to look up Phil's team, man. Phil's guy, Bay Area. Well, actually, we get in that. Wait a minute. It is Papa. Wait. Dr. Papa Dragon.
To the dozens in attendance and hundreds watching around the world. Let's get ready to Ronbo.
Bob, you can be late, man. Kendricks jumped up and says, wait a minute. What does that feel like? Coach, it feels like a turf toe. I heard about turf toe. Coach, am I done? Oh, my Lord, not turf toe, anything but turf toe. That's it.
Oh, God.
Dude got the
My
turf
toe flared up on me today.
Oh.
I'm limping right now.
Oh.
It sucks. It sucks so bad.
How you going to play football with that? Man, Kendricks.
Well, you got to get home. You got to get the heat on it, ice on it. You got to sit down in the chair and pull on it. Pull that toe.
That's what you do? You got to keep massaging it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you sprain your ligaments, right? The ligaments, you don't have muscles in your digits. Yeah. You got tendons. So what happens is that those tendons become weak, and then the bones start rubbing on the bone.
Oh.
That's what makes it so painful.
Oh, man.
So I mean, for most athletes, they're going to have some form of, either arthritis or tendinitis in those areas. When you're young, though, when you're young, like Kinlaw, yeah, you play as long as you can, but eventually, one day somebody will come out with some kind of like toe replacement procedure.
Man, you're buying the toes.
I'll be first in line.
NFL probably says it's illegal. Those toes are illegal, and it gives him an advantage. What?
It sucks, man. You ever see Deion Sanders' toes, his feet?
What do they look
Sanders'
like?
Feet oh my God! It looks like Elephant Man. It's just their feet are so jacked up. They're like it looked like it looks like you're looking at 4 toes, but it's actually 5 toes. One toe is just like sitting on top like a unicorn horn. It's just so jacked up.
That's that little toe. I've seen dudes with that before, right?
Yeah.
They're sort of laying on top of each other. So what?
Yep.
How in the world are you walking? And he's one of the fastest dudes ever.
The human body, you get used to anything. Human body is so adaptable. You get used to anything. So,
hey, Pop, the little toe is a vestige anyway. That the little toe hasn't been necessary for a very long time.
No, it's not.
But it's on your foot anyway. It's funny.
No, the little toe, you can lose that and be all right. It's that toe. It's the toe right next to the big toe. That's the one. It's the big toe and the next toe. Those 2 toes, those are the main toes that mess with you. That's what you cut on. That's what you change direction on. You back pedal, walk up the stairs. It's just a pain. When you step on a bug using those toes.
I know, right?
But
unless you're like me and you go get a gun, because I get bugs bother me, man. I tell you.
Jesus Christ. I get it. Well, you wouldn't like it where I live because I got bugs and lizards.
Well, lizards take care of the bugs. I kind of don't have a problem with lizards because I understand their function in nature. But bugs are just
wait till they get in your house.
Well, see, that's another
wait
story.
Till they get in your house.
It's scary.
Exactly. I had a snake in the house once. I had a snake in the house once. I was like, what? What the hell are you doing in
Yeah,
here? Got caught in the spider trap.
Ooh, the snake is, I'm out. He can have the house. I'm leaving. But hey, before we run out of time, Doc, give me some on Kyle's thoughts today.
I think Kyle is basically he tells half truths, and he knows that he's going to start Jimmy. Jimmy hasn't done anything per se, quote unquote, to lose the job, and Trey hasn't done anything to win it. So he's still a very capable young man who's learning, who hasn't played football in a year. Why would you start that kid on the road? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Now, has Jimmy Garoppolo underperformed? Yes and no. I halfway believe him that this is Jimmy's best camp. Because if everybody remembers, last year or year before that, he threw 5 interceptions in one practice.
Ooh,
in a row.
That's right. We're at the end of practice.
In a row.
I mean, preseason. That's right. He hadn't done that yet.
I'm just saying. Just in general, he's not a strong practice player, and I'm telling you, I absolutely abhor. I don't care about preseason. I had the game on for about 5 minutes. I watched Jimmy for a little bit.
Yeah.
I watched Trey for a little bit. Then I started watching The Sopranos. I'm like, I'll come back and look at the replay.
I like The Sopranos. Tape. I feel you there.
So I watched The Sopranos with my wife because the problem with me is like I can get worked up too if I'm watching a game. But it's like it's worse getting worked up when it's like the game don't mean nothing. Yeah. None of the starters are playing.
Yeah.
But when I went back and watched the players tape, I feel the same way. People said, "Oh, he better not do this." I'm telling you right now, I would be upset if he lost his job based on performance to Trey Lance.
No,
I would. I would be very upset at Jimmy Garoppolo, but I still don't believe at this particular point in time that he has done enough to lose that job. And for him, that's going to be the real preseason, which is September. So if he goes and he loses to Detroit, that's a problem. And guess what? You got the hero on the bench. If Trey Lance goes to Detroit and loses that game, you ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard nothing until that happens. If that happens, oh, Lord.
Bust! Fans be all over him. Bust! Would you stop
exactly.
it? He's just got. And God should have put him under that kind of pressure to start the season with anyway. I'd be worse protecting Trey than I would Jimmy.
Right.
So she can make it stop.
Right. God. And I want to say one other thing too. Rookies are supposed to like rookies, all right. But I'm going to give Saleh a little bit of credit, but I'm also going to give him a little bit of criticism. Okay, you and your offensive coordinator scripting your plays, your 15 plays like it's a real game for a rookie quarterback is dumb. When the real season kicks off, mark my words, Zach Wilson is going to get tore up. I'm telling you, he's going to get tore up because they think, oh, he's really cooking. He looks so good. Look at that pass he completed. You're not facing a defensive scheme.
Yeah.
He does though. He does look good. He does, but see, I'm not stupid. I can break down if I look at the film and break down what the defense is doing. They're not even playing NFL defense. They're playing like a Pro Bowl defense. Where you get line up the same guys and you just do the same thing over and over again. They're chasing people around. You wait
because it looks too smooth.
You wait.
Zach is just doing whatever he pleases.
What happened to Fields? What happened to Fields?
Boy,
what happened to Trey Lance after he threw that 80-yard touchdown? You think that was like? You think that was all on Trey Lance? Oh no! The defensive coordinator for Kansas is like, oh, you gonna play like that? Okay, you want to play? Oh, you want to embarrass us with an 80-yard touchdown?
Yeah,
okay. We'll see what happens. You see what happened, didn't you?
I know, right?
You saw what happened.
Spagnolia got all pissed off. You know what? I want you to blitz him on every play. I said, man, Jesus Christ. So
Yeah. You wait.
Bookmark it.
We'll see.
We always run out of time. Pop Dragon, you and me, we need a half an hour. You know what I'm saying? But we got to go.
We need some time. All right, brother.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, man.
That is all day. Shout out to production.
Thank you, fam.
Office is closed. Take footballs and call me in the morning.
Get plenty of bed rest. 22nd. I know it. There he is.
Well, Sam Kinnison for you. Shut up, the production. Like this video.
You ever have a party? Papa Dragon's like that dude. You ask everybody to go, right? And they're standing outside. One dude keeps running back in because he forgot something, right? But hey, Ronbo, hold up, man. I left my stuff upstairs. All right, go ahead.
No.
Hour later. Dude, I thought you said you left something upstairs. Hey, wake up, Negro. I thought you said you left something up here. You got to go home.
I'm making breakfast for everybody, man. The party is over. I'm making breakfast.
Bob, see you tomorrow. I was gonna. All right. Go to Steven. Wait. Okay. Tony Nagatane. Tony says, we'll call soon. Here's the deal. Kyle's offense opens up so much more if Trey is on the field. The 49ers have the potential to be the greatest running offense of all time when Trey is ready. Yes, you know what? You can foresee all of that because now defense has no option but to stay on their toes and back on their heels because there's no predicting what's going to happen next at all times. Play action will take on a whole new meaning with Trey, no doubt. Tony, thanks for that contribution, too, and words of wisdom. Hey, Steven.
Yo, Ronbo.
Steven.
I heard my name for a second. I was like, hold on.
Steven, we're always thinking about you, man. Because, Rosen's over in Atlanta now, so you could give Tony some. Tony had some questions yesterday. Man. I know. I mean, all league Tony was asking about that. Steve, what do you think about that, real quick? And then you can touch upon Kyle's thoughts.
To be honest, Kyle's thoughts, man. Well, I mean, he went to Kyle's past team, so it's kind of like
interesting.
Okay, you're going to go to Atlanta, you're going to stay in the NFC, that's fine. But my biggest thought is kind of a relief that Julio Jones isn't there anymore. Because if there's one thing I know, is that when Rosen throws, it's a bullet and it's far. And Julio Jones loves going far. He loves that deep route. So that would have been perfect. That would have been too perfect for those two. Now, there's something interesting I wanted to touch on yesterday that I didn't get a chance to because it was after the game, was the fact that Drew Brees was at the camp in San Diego. Now, what's he doing in San Diego? Probably visiting his old home team. Probably overheard Kyle Shanahan talk about how he wanted a QB just like Drew Brees, a young Drew Brees. And who else better fits that bill than Trey Lance?
Drew Brees. That's meant.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Both of them. Well, yeah.
I got it mixed up.
I mean, you're good. But it's like that's what kind of stuck. That's the most interesting thing I've seen because they didn't talk about how Drew Brees wants to go talk to Justin Herbert or Stick or whoever else is on that lineup for the Chargers. He went specifically to Jimmy G and Trey Lance. So that's my thing that I'm kind of stuck on.
We didn't hear anything about conversation with anybody else besides those two. I didn't even think about that at the time.
That's why I'm kind of looking at it like, okay, now if I were Trey Lance and if my coach said I wanted a QB just like Drew Brees and let's say Drew Brees comes and talks to me, I'm gonna do everything I can to try and get this dude to train me easily, just like how Talanoa Hufanga got trained by Troy Polamalu and Jimmy Ward wanted to get trained by Polamalu.
And
Jimmy
Troy
was
told him
in
no.
Polamalu's ears.
Jimmy's still upset about that.
He's still upset about it, man.
9 years into his career. Oh, God.
It's crazy. But another thing I want to talk about, too, is because I heard we were talking about the safeties, how Kowalski T's got turf toe. Oh. Now, that in and of itself is a horrible, horrible, injury because it can come back at any moment. It's terrible. It's basically like you dislocated your toe and it pops back in whenever it decides to feel like it.
Oh.
But my thing is we have other people to replace him. We have someone with the veteran aspect of it, but I don't think nowhere near as good as Kowalski T. And I just had it not that long ago. Let me see. Because I was looking over everything, and I know it's going to sound crazy because we do have Hufanga. We have him, but he's a rookie. Can he train better? Probably. Now, we have Clinton Dix. We have Tony Jefferson, but he's on IR right now.
We don't have Dix is hurt. I think yesterday he got hurt. But you got Tavon. You forgot Tavon Wilson. Yeah, something happened to yesterday. I'm not sure if it was a pull muscle. It seems like I heard something about it. Anyway, how about Kai Nakawa? I mean, is he Polynesian?
I kind of like him.
Yeah, is he Polynesian? Is that otherwise? Because somebody taught me how to pronounce those words. Nah, so you
I think.
But go ahead.
So my thing is if Hufanga does really good, I will say this: he will start. If he falters on this week 3 and shows his rookie side, like how he did the first game, he won't start. I think it might be Kai Nakawa over him. And that's solely because Klosky T's out, HaHa's out, Tony Jefferson out.
You get Tavon Wilson. Tavon Wilson's in the mix. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're kind of just floating, to be honest.
You know what? They haven't made their mind about Marcel Harris. I don't know what his business card says. Is he a box safety or is he a linebacker? They were trying to work him back and forth between the two positions, but you either are one or the other. I think in his case, we'll see.
He does really good at linebacker. I remember they said they switched him to linebacker, and that's what he's doing really well at. So we're kind of in the limbo with both corner and safety with Klosky T out and the rest of the players. But as of right now, I think we're pretty solid. I'm more worried about that offensive line. Mike McGlinchey, when he did a few snaps, did all right. From what I saw, he actually did a lot better than how he used to be. What was it, Tavarius Moore? And it looks like he did pretty well too. We've got a couple of people that I'm worried about. Trent Williams might not make it to week 1 because of the fluid in his knee. Hopefully it's just that. Alex Mack, apparently he gets run through during training, which kind of bothers me a bit. You got
to keep Mack on the shelf. He's made the Pro Bowl too many times. He knows what he's doing. So as long as his wind is up, that's all you need out of Alex Mack. He needs to work with the quarterbacks, though.
And one thing I want to talk about is how Trey Lance gets flustered way too easy and he snaps back. That's a good quality, but you have to have the mindset of just, going in and getting the job done and trying to be cool as you can, because he does throw. He does throw really damn hard on short throws. He throws way too hard. And you know who had that problem, Ronbo? Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Easily. Cap had a stupid arm.
Oh, he could kill a man within 10 yards. And I'm not playing. If it hit him in the chest, it would kill him. So, yeah. But they're going to work with him on that touch. He'll get that down. It looked like he did yesterday, actually.
He did? It looked like he did.
Because Richie James had to get a new helmet. It was a ball broke.
He had to get a new helmet because the ball then painted his helmet from gold to white from hitting the laces.
We got to go, Steven.
Cool. Oh, man.
We're out of time. Bookmark that. We'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be looking for you.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo.
Looking forward.
Have a good night.
Night, Steven. Hey, Ricky!
Ronbo?
Ricky, get in here, man. We're in here going over Kyle Shanahan's. He shared his thoughts today about a few things. He had a lot of thoughts today. I just picked out a few of them, but Trey Lance, of course, and then you got Ayuk. Who everybody's saying, Brandon. That's 2 weeks in a row, Brandon. Catch the ball. You've done that too many times now. And honestly, it's not completely his fault. The ball has got to be delivered a little better than it was. And maybe not so hot. In Jimmy's case, it was too high. And in Lance's case, it might have been a little, it's like trying to pick up French fries right out of the fryer. So, but still, he's paid a lot of money to make those catches. He's got to make them. So, I don't know what happened to Mohamed Sanu. And also, you talk about a guy who's got good hands. Debo rarely drops anything. So, I don't know what's going on with our guys. Richie James, I just feel sorry for Richie. Richie's probably sitting there saying, man, I don't weigh but 100 and what pounds. And he's throwing me a ball that would take a man 500 pounds to catch. So Richie's another story. So I don't know. But what do you think? Give me some of your feelings on that, Rick. Trey, Ayuk, the newbies, Hufanga, the injuries. Who's going to get cut tomorrow? You're on.
Oh, man. Golly, Ronbo.
You can go one at a time.
I don't know. I think as far as like too much heat on the ball, I think they need to catch that, especially if it hits both their hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it's not like they're playing like high school ball or college ball.
Or college, yeah.
They getting paid millions and millions of dollars. They're getting ready to be top dollar.
And you're wearing gloves. Catch that thing. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, not only that, Ronbo, but Trey Lance, he ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. So they need
the receiver could be booked. Get rid of the receiver. Give me some guys that's got some hands.
I'm telling you. I mean, they need to catch that thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might be a little critical, but that's how I feel.
You know who used to like that? Anquan Bolden. People used to talk about Caps throwing them missiles, right? And Bolden said, no, don't change nothing. Yeah, give me the ball. See, but
because the way I look, you want it nice and fast and tight, so they won't be able to pick it. So you need to catch that doggone thing, Ronbo.
And give me plenty of time to do what I want to do. Because if I can make that catch and the ball got there so quick before that defender found out, I got time to spin and move. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the first time, that the first pass Trey threw to Ayuk, I was looking at it, and I kind of thought that he was like looking ahead a little bit too.
He did take his eye off the ball.
A little bit too soon.
That last week.
Yeah,
right?
he was looking ahead a little bit too soon. He didn't know that it was gonna have that much heat on it. I don't know if he was looking at the defense or where he was gonna cut or whatnot. But I saw him take his eyes off the ball. But then it happened again. I was like, I know it's preseason, he's gonna snap out of it. But man, we need to go ahead and iron out these little wrinkles. You know what I'm saying?
He won't miss anything next week. I mean, coming up next Sunday, he won't miss anything. Watch. It's just one of those things. Yeah, preseason.
Yeah, I got faith in him. For sure. I mean, Ricky James. I don't know, Ronbo. He's making it hard for her to get cut. You know what I'm saying? With all this fumbling and bumbling, and I don't know if he has too much pressure on him, but he's making it very, very easy or easier for Jalen Hurd, to be on the squad, which I think he's going to be anyway. I don't care what Little Show talking about, because that man's full of talent. That man is full of talent.
He said the same thing. I agree, Ricky, because you almost need to be patient with Hurd until the end. He's got a 4-year deal. Yeah, he's got one more year left on his rookie contract. You almost have to think about, you know what? I can't say. I gotta wait.
Yeah, because people get injured, Ronbo. You know that.
Put him on the IR.
They were saying the same thing.
Ricky,
out of
put him on the
IR.
Remember
they were talking stuff about J-Dub and Jason Red, and people get injured because it's part of the game, and then they're like, "Oh man, he's paper. What they call him? Paper thin or something like that. Like they can't take a hit."
I really hate that.
Man, these are some major hitters. These are some major leaguers. These are like the top of the 1% kind of deal. These guys are real deal.
And it's a violent game. Because you played ball before. You know how you can get hurt.
Yeah. I've always
condemning people for getting hurt.
We've always stayed on that same steady level, on the same page. That you don't count nobody else because they're hurt. Because look at Red, look at J-Dub, look at people get hurt, they come
Eric
back.
Armstead,
Bosa, come on now.
We gotta get right. You gotta get rid of Bosa, guys. Guys get hurt. It's a violent game.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going to survive.
Are you going to tell me that Bosa's fragile? Come on now. Get up out of here.
George Kittle.
Kittle. For sure.
Mostert?
Yeah,
We can get rid of him too?
we've always said, of course. Hey, man, we can talk about the whole squad, ain't we, Ronbo?
Oh, yeah, because all our whole squad gets hurt. Yeah, DJ Jones doesn't
Jeff
go a year
Wilson,
without getting hurt.
man.
You know, it's impossible to just really play football
Jeff
year
Wilson,
after year and not get hurt.
Jeff Wilson Jr., man, I was so looking forward to see him, like, it was like to be continued, like from last year, in my mind. I thought he was going to come up here and tear up stuff, And God, dog, he even got hurt. And people were like, oh, he's getting hurt standing up. I mean, come on, man.
Never played this.
Hey, what did Preacher Man say, Ronbo? Preacher Man, Reverend?
Reverend Bullwinkle?
Oh, no, the Rev that calls him on the show. He's talking about let you lace him up. Lace him up.
Yeah. Yeah. One says in order to be the man, you got to beat the man. Yeah. That's
I don't know about that. He was talking about let's go lace them up and do what they do. Don't talk bad about them.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Basically, it was that.
I know Rev used to play. He's in nursing injury now that long after playing that's bothering him. So
Hey, shout out to Rev.
It's easy to
Rev for real.
Yeah, you can sympathize with players if you've ever played ball before because you know what it hurts like. You be dishing it out, but you be getting it too. So.
You never gonna come. Hey, but we're gonna put for all our boys and everybody. Y'all stop what y'all doing and hit a like and subscribe if y'all haven't. Ronbo Sports, man.
Thanks,
y'all hit them likes. Hit them likes. This man put on a show. He put on a show during the game and after the game and then after the game, man. He deserves it. He deserves it, man.
Thanks,
but anyway, much love, man.
Right,
and y'all don't let y'all babies grow up to be cowboys.
I'm going to see you tomorrow. Have a great night, fam. Thanks.
All right, Ron. We holler, man, late.
All right, fam. I see Sal. I haven't seen Sal in a while. It's football season. We see Sal. Football. Remember back again. And Sal says, how about them Raiders? All right, let's try to trade back from Mac 4 years later. Really? Raiders trying to get Mac back? Sal, thanks for that contribution. Wow, really? And Larry Hoover, Sal says, dust off that Mac jersey. Word on the street is that 4 first-round picks going back to the Windy City from Mac. Wow. Whoa. Robert.
Ronbo.
Man.
Can you come back to me?
I can do that. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Buddha. All right.
The mobile home, but the land belongs to somebody else.
Buddha.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Buddha, man. I'm sitting there, I'm blank. I got a shock just now. I just heard Chicago was talking about, the Raiders talking about, look, Bears, whatever it takes, how many first-round picks you want to send Khalil back here? Really? All right, tell you what, John. If you give me 4 first-round picks, he'll be on a bus. I'm sorry. He'll be on a plane tonight. You got it. What? Okay. Can you imagine? 4. That would be I don't think I've ever heard of 4 first-round picks. Oh, my God.
Khalil's amazing, but I don't think he's worth 4.
Yeah. How old is Mac right now?
I don't know.
Well, but later for them, let them give up them. I hope they do this because Raiders, that will be the end of the Raiders as we know them. But, fam, what do you think about Kyle shared some thoughts today about Trey and Ayuk and our rookies and how he thought about them and what may happen tomorrow and the cut down. What are your thoughts on that?
I saw Trey with my own 2 eyes yesterday. I went to the SoFi Stadium for the first time. It was such a cool stadium. Guess how much I paid for parking, Ronbo?
About $200-300?
$110 for parking.
I was playing.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
$110. I'm like, I understand they spent $1 billion to build that stadium, but are they trying to get it all back through parking?
Oh.
Anyway.
You know what?
Yeah, I got
shameless.
there.
But I would have parked my car. What neighborhood is it in?
It's in Linwood. I mean, I'm sorry, it's in Inglewood, so it's not a safe neighborhood to park if you park like 2 miles away. I used to live in Linwood/Compton, so I'm pretty close to the shadow of that stadium.
Buddha, that's why they did that, because they know you can park your car outside if you want to, and walk up in here. But you're taking your chances. So we want 100. And how much did you say? 100. How much?
$110. $110.
Gee, I'd have talked.
Guess how much a beer was? Guess how much one tall can was?
$45.
$25.
They're going to try to get all their money back because they know between the Chargers and the Rams, you got to be careful there. So you can try to get your money back through the concession stand. That is evil. My God, that's crazy. One beer.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was super fun though, man. Unfortunately because of traffic and stuff, I missed the whole first quarter, so I didn't see Garoppolo play. I didn't see Garoppolo play.
But the bad thing is you had to miss part of the game paying for that parking lot. Oh my God. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was dope, dude. That stadium is so beautiful, and you're kind of right too. Like the lighting's a little bit weird in there because of the. It was such a great experience though. I sat down, took a couple pictures of Gold, practicing his kicks, and then I saw the first picture I took was Trey throwing the ball, and he just throws a little bit behind everybody all the time. Like, his balls are so quick out of his hand, but when it seems like he's trying to take some off the ball, he doesn't lead his receivers the right way. It just, but yeah, it was such a great game. It was pretty cool.
That's something he's gonna have to work on, because he's gonna have to readjust that throwing. Yeah, because if he's got to change, if he's got to try to pull up on the ball, can you imagine that you do that all the time and all of a sudden you have to pull the string a little bit on that shot? How do you go about doing that? That's going to be something you have to practice for like a lot.
He needs to work on pointing his front foot into the receiver. He still will leave it like not in the right angle you're supposed to be able to get in front of the pass. I just noticed he needs to work on his footwork.
Yeah, his personal coach. Well, I don't know, was his college coach? Yeah, his coach pointed out something about his footwork had reverted back to something he already broke the habit of. So he'll probably be able to fix that pretty quick.
Oh, I think we dropped the call.
Booty, you there?
Are we still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I heard it click, yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I heard a little beep or something. I don't know what happened there.
Yes. It's probably Larry Hoover. Don't worry about him.
I almost got in a fight with the Chargers fan. because of Gold, when he missed when we made the 2-point conversion, and then it got called back because we get flags all the time, and then he missed we missed the extra point, and he was like, in your face, and he's like, get the F out of here, because I was already walking up. It's halftime, and I turned around and I was about to sock him, and I was like, all right. And I'm going to keep my cool. I'm like, Look, dude, I paid a lot of money to be here. How about this? I'll bet you $100 right now that we win the game. Because, we were down a little bit.
Ooh.
He's like, well, I don't know. How about we just bet a beer for it? And then, of course, I laughed and whatever. And I went to go visit one of my friends in the VIP boxes.
Right.
And then came back to collect on my bet. And he was gone already.
Of course. Yeah, no class. I would have loved to have gotten that $100 bet. That way you can get that robbery going out in the parking lot. You could have got that back.
Exactly. Let's try to make a big difference for the party.
God! I was hoping that's the way that story was going to end. And you didn't even get the beer.
I wish.
Coward. You got to love people like that. Man. But you were there for the Ayuk. Ayuk didn't drop one. By the time you got there, it was Mohamed Sanu. What was wrong with that? From where you were sitting, could you see why that ball was dropped?
Well, I saw Debo, drop his and same thing. He just because the cameras are on the opposite side of the stadium, you don't quite see it on
can't really see
the
clearly.
highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was very behind him, and that again was I noticed I was looking at Trey's feet again. He doesn't point his foot in order to get a little bit ahead of the receiver. He'll keep his kind of pigeon-toed a little bit. I'm like, don't do that. Throw the ball, let go of the ball. You have you can judge a little bit better. So he'll get better. He just needs a little bit more time.
And also, at this point, Trey's out there trying to, it's got to be a really nervous situation, right? You haven't played in a year, and the game is moving like lightning fast around you. You need to hurry up and do things. And I think that might have something to do with the speed of that ball coming out at 100 miles an hour. So when they get used to that NFL speed, I think these things will come together a little differently too.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, there's something going on, though. But we just ran out of time. But I've not heard from you in a long time. I'm going to be back tomorrow, though. If you got some time for us, I wish you get back in there. I want to hear some more.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to listen to the rest of the show. You have a great night.
You too. Thanks, Buddha. Night, fam. Oh, man, you had to pull for Buddha, man. If he'd won that bet, $100 bet, God, that would have been just perfect. He was perfect to ask for that deal, too. He should have bet $110. J-Dog! It's J-Dog.
Yo!
That's the other name I haven't heard in a long time.
Ronbo.
J-Dog, how you doing, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. What's up, man? Thanks for taking my call, bro.
Always appreciate it, man. I haven't talked to you in so long. J-Dog, man, we're sitting there going over what Kyle was cooking today. And Kyle came out and made some observations about Trey and also Ayuk. And he talked about the newbies. He likes Hufanga. And I figure if he keeps talking about Hufanga, he really does like him. Also, we got some injuries. Tomorrow's the cutoff. We got to get down to 80 players. If you got hurt, bad timing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was wrong. Somebody
Ron,
pointed me out. Somebody said, Haha did not get hurt. So my bad. Yeah, Haha's fine. Okay. But anyway, what do you think, J-Dog?
I'm really, really, really looking at this wide receiver fight for a roster spot. Yeah. First of all, before I get into it, how many receivers you think Shanahan will keep on the roster?
I'm wishing 8, but he's going to keep 6.
You think 8?
I wish, but he'll keep 6. Have we ever kept more than that?
5 or 6. I say 6. So first of all, what I was going to say is, I've been saying this from the jumps, free agency, everything. Who do we think we are coming in, trolling in with this wide receiver core? I mean, Debo gets hurt. We know that. But, what do we – you saw it a little bit. Guys couldn't get open, really. Ayuk got a lot of burn yesterday, more than I thought he would have. And guys wasn't getting open like that, Now, granted, Kittle wasn't there, but still, who do we think we are trotting this wide receiver core into the season? Week 1, there's a lot of unknown. And then Ronbo, I'm looking at the secondary. I'm saying, wow, I'm looking at all these teams in preseason with multiple weapons. We got to play rookies this year. Ambry Thomas, your boy Hufanga. I like him. You know what I mean? Who's the other guy? Lenore. You know what I mean? So we got. Yeah, we gotta have rookies playing significant time for this team this year. So,
but J-Dog, maybe not significant time unless something goes wrong with Verrett and Mosley. But everybody's scared. See, because that means if pull muscle, anything goes wrong, got a bad cold, you're right. The names you're naming off now will have to take a place. And that's worrisome.
So with that being said, do you think that Mosley is a lock for the second corner spot? You think it's locked up?
Just look at the competition. I don't know who could beat him out though. What do you think? You got any prospects?
Man. No. I don't really. I'm not confident in anybody past Mosley. I have to say. I mean, Shark is Shark, but past the
Sharks,
outside guy, I'm not confident.
Yeah, because Shark is going to be taking up the middle. And what I like about the Shark in the slot, K1, K1 always has, when he plays a slot, no matter who we're playing, they could have a premier slot receiver. They will be MIA during that game. I love K1.
He's always going to be solid, and he's a hell of a tackle. He's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's such an underrated tackler. But I know you got to go, Rondo. Before you get out of here, I wanted to ask you about what the running back position. Do you think that that Gallman will be the third guy? You got Hasty. See Hasty getting burned. You know what I mean? Do you think Gallman's a lock? I haven't seen anything in preseason that
to make you crazy
really
about the running backs, right?
Me.
And we ain't seen Mostert.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm gonna tell you, J-Dog.
No, I don't want to see Mostert. I don't want to see Mostert.
I know, right? No
we know what he can do.
J-Dog,
no, please, no.
If they asked me to put down my depth chart today, do you know what I'd put down? I'd put down this. I'd say JaMychal Hasty, Raheem Mostert.
Wow.
Wayne Gallman Jr., Trey Sermon, Trey.
Well, Trey's the second running back.
I know Trey is not showing me anything. Now, I seen Gallman make some gains yesterday. I'm trying to understand, Trey, you need to do something better, different. I don't know what's going on with you. I heard you were good. I didn't watch you at Ohio State, but I'm expecting much more. I'm not seeing much more. Yeah. I'm seeing the Hasty out there being the best guy out there that's being played.
Yeah, but realistically, he is a second round pick, so you know he's going to.
He's got to play.
You know he's going to. You know he's going to get burned. And then I don't know if anybody's talked about Jalen Moore. You know, I like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people talk about him.
I like him a lot. You know what I mean?
Kyle wants to move him inside. Yeah.
Who wants to move him inside?
Kyle wants to move him inside.
For when? Right guard?
Because see, you know we got right guard issues, right? Well, not
What's
really.
Up with Banks?
Aaron is having the learning curve is a little steep for him right now. He's having,
Oh, wow.
But, so Brunskill's over there. But if the big man's not playing, say opening day, Brunskill's got to go to that left tackle, right? So we have issues, you know.
I don't even want to think of Trent Williams not playing, so I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
I didn't even say nothing. You didn't hear that.
Do that to me, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God, that scary thought.
We can't do nothing without that guy, man. You kidding me? Holy smokes, man. So what the right guard spot? You know, putting Jalen Moore there. I don't know if they'll do that.
No, he's just a
I don't know if they'll do that.
for depth. He's not
that'll be probably pressing the panic button if they did. You know what I mean? I think they'll spot out for Brunskill or whatever.
Well, we just gotta have Trent back, okay? Brunskill, you know, he can play on both sides. I mean, he can play left tackle. He can play right guard. Probably his best place is at right guard. But Trent, I didn't say. You know what, Booty? I mean, J-Dog, you're right. Let us not go there. Let us wait. No point going to high anxiety before we need to. You know, some of the. I'm going to go.
So Ronbo, real quick, my bad. I know I said that was my last, but so are you digging Jalen Hurd's grave? Is he done? Are you burying him?
I refuse to do that. J-Dog, you know what? Tomorrow's practice, we're going to hear something about that, I'm sure. Let me get back to you on that, all right? Because we're running out of time.
Okay, I want to hear it, Ronbo. I want to hear it, brother.
I'm not
Thank you.
him.
Coming from Boston, we love you, brother. 49 Empire for life, baby.
Thanks, fam. Have a great night, fam. Yeah.
Sure, brother.
J-Dog, I'm not about to say I'm getting rid of Lance. I've been waiting for Lance for 3 years. Everybody else can get rid of him, but I'm not getting rid of that. Oh, Robert.
Ronbo.
Robert, come on in, man.
What's going on?
No, man, we're sitting here with Kyle Shanahan's review of some of the things that he likes and dislikes. And we talked a little bit about Trey and some of the things he likes about Trey. The adjustments he made on the fly yesterday and looked a little better as the course of the game. And also how he doesn't really go into a shell after he makes mistakes. And then you got Ayuk. Ayuk is like, I bet you during the meetings, Ayuk was sitting way back in the back. Coach, is Brandon here today? Is it? Turn the lights on for a second. There he is back in the room. So, and then, you look at the newbies. Kyle seems to like Hufanga. And then, of course, we got the 80 man. We're going to lose 5 guys between now and tomorrow. Hurst may be one of these guys is leaving or else put on the IR. But what are you thinking?
First of all, I got one question. Has anybody seen Robbie Gold? Do we know if Robbie Gold made it home? Because last night, you told me you had to find his own ride home, and I almost cried.
I mean, I wouldn't even give him bus fare. Oh, that makes me mad when he does that. I thought it was a field goal. Somebody said, there wasn't no field goal, man. That was the extra point. What? Oh, come on, Robbie.
The thing that was so funny about it was, the feed that you was on, it was a little bit slower than ours. Everybody that was watching it on national. So we had already saw it, so we were like, oh, he's going to bust a blood vessel.
That's his only job, Robert. That's all he does. Why? It's a chippy shot. Oh, Robbie.
I never count him on chip shot. I'm betting against Robbie on the chip shot. I'm just gonna be honest.
Jeez.
45 yards.
Yeah, he'll make that.
Hey, he'll make that.
I blame Wisnowski that last. Was that year before? Year before last, I blame Wisnowski for holding the ball wrong or something, or they're getting used to each other. But now, Robbie, come on, man.
Oh. Yeah. Now, my thing with Trey, I hope everybody that's on the Trey bandwagon is giving him a little bit more time. Hey, I love Trey, but me and you and a few other guys, we've been constantly saying, hey, this is Jimmy's team. The young guy has a lot to learn. Let him come in and get accustomed to the NFL and how this system works. Because if you notice, he's doing a lot of double clutching. He's not confident in where he's throwing the ball. And I hope people remember that the Chargers didn't play 20 of their 22 starters didn't play. There's only 11 people play on defense, so I'm pretty sure 8 to 10 of them guys, come from off the defensive side of the ball. I'm pretty sure they didn't play all they linemen and all, they big name players, so he got some learning to do. We just got, and Jimmy, the problem is that this is what the real problem is. Fans are paying a lot more attention to preseason than what we normally do. We pay attention, but we don't put stake into what goes on in the preseason. So now that Jimmy's thrown these interceptions and done all these things, Tommy, let's get Trey in there. Trey looks phenomenal, but he got some learning to do and some learning curves. So
he is gonna be special, but he's just got to go through this.
Oh yeah.
He's got to go through this and then get on the highway. Yeah.
Yeah, I found to have fun. I like how professional he is. I don't know if y'all saw the Chicago press conference, not this past game, but the week before that, when Justin was like, it seemed kind of slow to me.
I know everybody remembers that.
Then the next week we saw how slow your headband came off with your helmet.
I guess everybody heard him say that.
So
you can hear that crash. I almost broke the glass on my screen when I was watching it. Bam! Oh my
God!
Oh, they hit him hard.
Can they get a refund on their first round pick after they hit? Yeah.
No, Justin's got it. You know what? If you're going to run around, and the coach, I blame the coach too. Robert, you know what? That's why Kyle Shanahan is a good coach. He doesn't have Trey out there just running around like he did at North Dakota State. I want you to first learn this aspect of the game. You ought to know how to run. You're going to incorporate that at some point down the line. But let's get this down first, and we're going to go to that aspect, and we'll go to this, and we're going to have some design runs for you. Don't worry about that. But I want you to negotiate from the pocket. Justin's out there saying, I know what I'm doing. Give me the ball.
I know what I'm doing. Give me the ball. Yeah.
Coach ain't saying nothing, so
men.
you end up getting him hurt. Strange.
Yep. So, and another thing, I know some people were saying that I agree. If it hits your hands, you expect somebody to catch it. But we're not talking about the average passer. You got to remember, Jimmy's not a very aggressive passer. He has a nice arm. He can get you the ball, but it's not on the rope like that. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, first team guys, they go through the most. They've been practicing with both quarterbacks somewhat in practice, but you know, you've been playing the whole quarter with Jimmy, getting the ball to you pretty well, and then all of a sudden they come out with a rifle slinger. You know, he's slinging a rifle. You're going to drop a couple of those.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a fact. He has to learn to take something off of it.
But still remain himself. Yeah.
Right. It's going to come times when you're going to have to be able to put it in there. And they'll get accustomed to catching his passes. You know, that just comes with the territory, having two different passes and things like that. And he's only playing like 30% of the offense that is designed for Trey. Like they're playing a very, generic offense.
And like I say,
this is not the Trey that we're going to see.
Yeah, and he's got to stay in the pocket. So Trey's got like 30 different things going through his mind at once, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said when Kyle gets through building this machine, the Trey machine, it'll be complete. I don't know if it's going to happen as fast as a lot of people want it to, but it'll happen. He's a sharp kid.
It's going to happen with him.
Yeah. So.
But not what people are wanting. They want it to happen overnight.
Right now, yesterday, he's a starter. Week 1, let's go. You know, I said,
oh yeah.
You know, it's. Oh.
And I'm high. I'm real high on Hufanga. The kid's looking pretty good, and we appreciate all y'all that look at 40 times. Like I don't know if people really understand. Like when people. Do you realize that's running in a straight line?
Yeah, Robert, because you know what? We got to pull up. But you know what? People are going to learn about that at some point. It's about football good sense and football speed. Robert, I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let's continue and pick up. I hope you got time for us, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Phil. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Shout out to
Robert.
Production and the Empire.
Thanks, Phil. And that's it. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. Ronbo was per season a joke to Joe Montana. Where's the championship pedigree of this team? Maybe Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. That's it. You know, you do have those throwback mentalities. That's a good point. NCR and HVAC. NCR and HVAC. Yeah, because that's a whole topic of discussion, isn't it? What is the mindset in comparison with the Niners of the past? The game has changed so much, though. You know what, NorCal? You got a lot of prima donnas that come into the NFL. You know who's getting a real rude awakening? I think it's Trevor Lawrence. Now, I don't want to say anything bad about Trevor, but I do see and recognize something in his tone when he's talking. He kind of thought he was going to step in and everything was going to be copacetic. These kids got to think, okay, I'm a rookie. There's things I got to learn. I got to focus on not where I've been, but where I'm going. You got to change up your head. So, because every time, Trevor, it doesn't seem like, what do you feel about coach not penciling you in as the number one starter? Well, I think the coach just wants to create that competition. He still thinks he's number one starter, so don't ask me this question. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, we just sitting here going over some of them Kyle Shanahan thoughts. And, he spoke a little bit about Trey today, of course, and Ayuk. And I just picked out some of the subjects that were most interesting because he talked about a lot of things. Trey, Ayuk, the new kids on the block, he does like Hufanga. And we're going to cut down to 80 guys tomorrow. So, Charles, if you could pick out 5 guys you want to get rid of, and give us a little bit about Trey and Ayuk and Hufanga.
All right. Well, I went through the roster and I looked at 5 guys. I actually looked at 7. Johnson and Webb, they can go.
Oh, Webb first. Thank you. Ooh, yes.
Yeah, Johnson and Webb can go. We need to find some real cornerback depth because these guys they got on there are garbage pail kids. You remember garbage pail kids in the 80s? That's what I like them too.
That may have been a different region. Garbage pail kids. I've never heard of them. West Coast, we had little rascals. I'm gonna go Google up the garbage pail kids though.
yeah.
But go ahead.
I got Warner. I think he's in last place in the tight end department. We got Hurd. They can probably put him on the practice squad. He ain't been practicing. And Craycraft.
Jalen Hurd. Oh, somebody might pick him up though, Charles. Hey, make sure you put these guys where we can.
But they don't. But nobody. But nobody. But see, nobody knows if Jalen Hurd is actually injured.
Is he good or not?
Because nobody's seen him. Nobody's seen him in preseason.
They know him out of Texas. So. Charles, can we put him on the pup?
Yeah. No, we'll put him on a pup. But you can put him on a practice squad. You can put him on a practice squad and pull him up for the practice squad. But
because he does need to work out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, put him on a pup. If you got to put him on a pup, put him on a pup.
I don't know the ruling though. If you're on the pup, can you still work out with the team? How does that work? I don't know.
I know they're gonna hide him though.
Yeah.
You can rehab. He rehabbing.
Okay. And just happen to be out there scrimmaging on occasion. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Don't. Well, I stand corrected. Don't put him on the practice squad. Put him on the pup. We don't want to lose him because eventually he's gonna get healthy enough to play.
Yeah, because Pete Carroll will pick him up in a heartbeat. Carroll watches what we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so we know we got defensive tackle Hurst. He's going to IR. We got Kendricks, linebacker Kendricks. They gonna go out. So
he's out.
I think we got
Turf
7.
toe? Yeah,
I think we got 7 that can go. So I think we'll be fine.
I agree with you.
But I think them cornerbacks, man, we need to ask Jimmy G to take a $5 million cut in his contract and sign somebody, willing to come in for $5 million. That's a really good cornerback.
Hey, but listen, check it, Charles. Who would that be? I don't know. There's no good cornerbacks out there. All the good cornerbacks is too late. I think they're already signed.
I don't know who's out there, but I don't know. I don't have a clue, but I know.
You know what though?
We can get somebody better than Johnson and Webb. I can tell you that.
Guarantee. I agree with that. Here's what's going to happen, Charles. Somebody's going to have to. I don't know if there's any more cap casualties around, but somebody's going to get let go. I don't know the pecking order, how it works if somebody leaves, but you can pick up players sometimes after they get dropped from other teams that may not be using a scheme that's really good for them, and we might be able to do something like that. But as far as a good cornerback and paying him, I can't imagine that. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. And I just, but that's what I'm waiting for too, especially for the offensive line. Man, if we could find a gem like we found Thomason a few years ago.
That was lucky.
Because he was cut 3 years ago by the Lions. When I saw him play, I said, "Oh man, I don't know why they let him go."
Charles, I think we have to trade something to get Thomason?
No. The Lions released him. He was their first round draft.
And we just picked him up. Okay.
We just picked him up. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on scoop him up. Hey,
I think we had to give him compensation picks though.
One team's garbage is another team's treasure.
That's right.
He was our treasure.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on to see who we're gonna pick up at cornerback.
Yeah, and they're gonna leave a gap. So on that final cut day, they're going to leave a gap at 2 or 3 spots. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, that's what I'm waiting on. I hope we can get a wide receiver, offensive lineman, and a cornerback. I hope we can get a wide receiver that's 6'2".
I thought you said. Wait, Charles, time out. Did you say wide receiver? You know what? I mean, Charles,
I want a wide receiver that's 6'3" and tall. Look, that's the reason why. But see, look, Jimmy G, he could play much better if he had tall wide receivers because he likes to throw the ball high. If he likes to throw the ball high, Get him taller wide receivers.
No, you know what? No, Jimmy's that ball's sailing on Jimmy. He's got to get that down.
Yeah.
So you know what?
But
he does like Jalen Hurd and spoke highly of him. But if we could get a tall receiver, we got also remember we got Jawan Jawan Jennings. So you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. You know, you throwing it to these little midgets.
People. Yeah.
You know, we don't need that. Man, we need taller wide receivers, man. You know, that's how
bigger catch
the quarterback from San Diego, what's his name?
Herbert, right?
Herbert. Yeah. I think Herbert. You know, his wide receivers I think the average height of their wide receivers is 6'2".
And
he's got some 6'3" guys, 6'4".
Tight ends are bigger than that.
I mean, these guys are tall.
Yeah.
These guys are tall, and so let's get some tall, skillful guys with a lot of muscle and a lot of athleticism, and let's be dominant. But we keep getting these Brandon Ayuks, you know, who are puny, man. You know, hey. So that's my issue.
Yeah, I think Ayuk's got this wingspan. I think he's going to get better. I wouldn't put it in, but he's going to get better. He looked better last year, way better. He could play better than that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna give him a minute. Debo.
And you know what? You know what Ayuk could have done? He could have jumped for the ball. He could have jumped for the ball and grabbed the ball out the air. You see the ball. He saw the ball was, you know, as high as it was. Just jump and get the ball and come down with the ball. He could have done that instead of just trying to be fancy and catch the ball on the run.
Yeah,
the ball is high. Go up and get the ball.
He mistimed that leap too. You know, this is the thing. These are things. Not playing for a while, their timing on things is questionable.
Yeah,
I think it'll improve. Yeah, they just need a little while longer.
Yeah,
because you know that's
but Jimmy, I'm telling you, Jimmy. I think Jimmy did great. He would have done much better if they would have gave him more time. If they would have had that interception, we would have seen more improved Jimmy. He was. A lot of people were saying, you know, he was antsy in the pocket. I don't think he was antsy. I think he was really. He was confident. I think he was confident. We just couldn't see him. We just couldn't see, the full throttle.
I'm trying. Okay. Charles, we got to let up. Let me see tomorrow, okay? And we'll get back on this.
All right. Love you, Ronbo.
Hey, have a good
night.
All
right. Bye-bye.
All right, fam. DTNT niece. Come on in, niece.
Hey, Ronbo. How's it going?
Going great. You know, it's long because we're moving right through preseason. We're seeing what's needs fixing. You know, you got to drive that car and test drive it. Now we know that the batteries need changing. Probably could use a little oil and maybe change that exhaust. But Denise, Kyle's thoughts today, and it's always fun to listen to what Kyle's thinking about because Kyle probably now is thinking, if I come out here and share some thoughts, you guys are going to turn around 5 minutes later and ask me questions I just answered. You can ask me again. So I really don't know why we even go through this. I go every session. So Kyle, have you decided who your week 1 starter is? If I was Kyle, I'd say it's going to be Nate Sudfeld. Guys, I'm going to tell you, you know what? I'm going to tell you the same thing every week. I don't know that it's going to change anytime soon. You can ask me that question, but I'll probably say the same thing. And then Kyle baits him by saying things like, I'm not going to say anything now. And then the next week he'll say, no, I've told you, Jimmy's my week 1 starter. So, So anyway, with Kyle's thoughts, Trey, Ayuk and everything else. Denise, what are you thinking? Because your thoughts have got to be fun.
Well, I mean, honestly, I just called in for a couple quick thoughts. My Kyle thought, me, everyone can call me a homer. I don't really care. I love Kyle Shanahan. I think he's shit. And I love the fact that they were like, so Kyle, when are you going to make a decision? Kyle's like, when I'm damn good and ready. And I'm like, amen, brother. Speak that into existence.
Because you're going to ask him every week.
Because like everyone hates on him because he's cocky, but I like that in a coach. Like Kyle's like, you know, hey man, like you keep asking me the same question, I'm gonna be like, he goes, I'll tell you guys right before the game starts.
Because, you know, it's like, Denise, it's like anybody else. If I keep asking you the same question and you told me last week, and I ask you again next week, and you told me the same thing, and I ask you again a third week, I'm like, why do you keep asking me that? Can you guys ask me anything else?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I always say the same thing. Like, you know, I know Kyle, you know, people always talk about, I know Kyle's not perfect. I'm well aware Kyle has many faults.
Well,
I just like Kyle. Like, I think he's a good coach. And I think as Kyle grows and gets older and goes through more situations, just like anybody, he's going to get better. You know what I mean? He's going to become a better coach as time goes on.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and,
That's the way it works.
you know, so that's my opinion on Kyle. And then the receivers, I'm sorry, I disagree with everybody. And once again, Kyle, what did he say? They said, hey, Kyle, did you notice that Trey Lance, his balls are coming in really hot, you know, and the receivers can't seem to, you know, hold on to those balls. And Kyle's like, well, you know what I got to say to that? They better get used to it.
You know what I mean? Because what is Kyle supposed to say? That's the kind of question. What am I supposed to say? Okay? We work every day in practice, okay? If we're not working fast enough for you guys, then you come in and work on it. You know? God.
I just love it. I just love it. They're like, you know, they're like, yo, Trey, you know, can you lay off the mustard and catch up? Because, you know, you got a little too much mustard on that throw.
I felt sorry for him. And he looked a little embarrassed, you know. Yes, the media is really, you got to learn how to handle the media.
But you know what?
God.
But you know what I thought was funny is, like, let's be honest. I mean, the one pass, I will say Ayuk's was really a kind of a 50-50 ball. Like, Ayuk probably could have caught it, but the one to Debo and the one to Sanu. I could be wrong.
It was Sanu. No, you're right. Sanu.
They had both hands on the ball. They should have come down with those passes.
Yep.
They had both hands on the ball. I'm sorry, you got both hands on the ball. You're a receiver. That's your job. Come down with the ball. Sorry.
Millions. That's right.
I disagree with the take. And if you notice, Trey did start putting a little more touch on the balls, like in the third third quarter, right?
He did.
I didn't watch the whole game, Ronbo, because I was out of town, so I only caught bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, he did.
So I didn't even see Jimmy play at all because I didn't see any of the first half. I was in the mountains, so I couldn't, you know.
Yeah, that sounds like it might have been fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game this week. So, you know, you didn't miss a lot.
My last point, and then I'll get off the phone. My last point is, I don't know if you know, but today, a very, very special person was born today. And her name is Denise.
It's Denise's B-Day. Oh!
So,
yes.
Could I please get a Ronbo birthday shout out, and then we can hang up?
Absolutely. By the way, Denise, I've been noticing Twitter, but I didn't. The daughter's home now. She's okay, right?
Well, you know, Ronbo, I tell you, when it rains, it pours, my man. When it rains, it pours. The daughter is home, and she's doing better. But now her husband, my son-in-law, has it.
Oh no. Okay.
And the two babies, the two babies have it.
Oh.
But the doctors told her, which is good news, I guess. For whatever reason, kids don't get it as bad as the adults.
Yeah.
Like they say they say the kids kind of get it more like a flu. They don't get it as bad as the adults. So the two kids have it, but they're not really super sick. Like they're sick, but you know what I mean? They're holding up better.
Yeah. All right. Well, good news. Good news. That makes me want to sing even more. Let's get. Give me some go juice here. Happy. Oh, this feels pretty good. Happy. It's Denise's birthday, and we're about to say it's another red and gold time to play. Happy birthday, Denise. Happy 90th birthday to Denise. Happy 90th. I just hope this was like a great day, Denise. She's up in the mountains in Carino. Hope you get filet mignon for dinner if you haven't eaten yet. Denise, happy birthday. The chat's already on
Thank you so much, Ronbo.
It's nothing but a pure pleasure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a fantastic night.
You too. Bye, Denise.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And Victor Andrews says, it'll be wrong giving the job to Trey Lance without a fair shot. James been given only one drive. So far in preseason games, while Lance gets a whole half. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But Victor, thanks for that contribution. Because Lance needs the reps, so he really does. So Jimmy can get his reps against the Raiders. L-I-C. Ronbo, nobody asked you to sing, bro. Hey, Ellis, what's happening? Once I get started, Ellis, I'll be holding the whole concert, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, fam.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we embracing that, Ronbo. Go ahead, sing that SHIT, man. Yes, sir.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yes, sir.
Ellis, I got to turn the mic over to you, though. Ellis, Kyle is like, I bet you Kyle will be glad because, they don't have to go through so many of these interviews and press conferences during the regular season, right? They're allocated to only one or two a week, right? Pre-game, post-game, midweek. But now they got him like out there all the time. Right? So they're asking, if they see Kyle 7 days a week, they'll ask him the same question. Kyle, have you decided on your week one starter yet? One of these days, Kyle says I only got to put up with this next week, so, And But Ellis, he did share some thoughts about Trey today as far as how he's coming along, and Ayuk, and he talked a little bit about the newbies. He's got nothing but high praise for Hufanga. And the guys that got hurt at the wrong time, not her, but Hurst. And so we got some things going on here between now and tomorrow to cut down to 80. So, Ellis, give us a little bit of your feelings on these matters.
What's going on with Kendricks, that new guy we just signed? Did he get hurt already or something?
Turf toe. He could have done anything but that. Pull muscle, and some of the worst things you can do. You do not want turf toe. It will not leave you alone. As you know, we lost Willis because of that. We got Kwaski T laid up for that. That's like an end your career sentence when you get turf toe.
Well, there goes a key component in the linebacker depth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Down the drain. Just when we got excited for the sign,
Hilliard.
Now he got the damn turf toe.
And now Hilliard makes the team. If Hilliard was like on ice, Hilliard makes the team now. It's one of them things. Lord works in mysterious ways, bro. This is crazy.
Well, that's a fact. And then we got Jonas Griffin too. I talked about him last year. He's looking good, man. He's tall, 6'4", 200-something pounds. I mean, that's a huge dude. Linebacker, man. Yeah. We need that. He's been working well in coverage and been really coming along very well. So I'm glad that was not a miss. And that was a later a pick, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't undrafted, was he?
No, he's undrafted.
6th round?
No, he's undrafted.
Okay, see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, see. So that's good. We got promise. It's this later round and undrafted free agent thing, man. We're real hot with, but it's these early rounds it's been a little dicey. But I'm thankful for him. But as far as the presser, I didn't get a chance to watch it front to back. But I'm glad Talanoa Funga's turning things up for himself and giving himself an opportunity. That's that robber that Jimmy was talking about. How he came up and he got that sack in the Chargers, man. It looked just like Jamal Adams. He looked like a little Troy Polamalu. I know it's a little bit premature for us to even try to compare to the great, Troy Polamalu, but hey, he's You know, he's similar descent or same descent, and you know he's moves around real fast, and he's got the hair hanging out the back a little bit. He'll probably pull around and grow his hair out, and we might have us a little twin, a little twin there. But yeah, I just want to continue to see him progress. You know, he's confident. He's a very humble guy. So I'm really glad to hear, that Talanoa is coming along. Trey did some impressive things, and there's some things that he's got to stop doing that I definitely saw myself. But he just got here. He hasn't played a game, an NFL game or a football game in how long? So these things are like by default that there's got to be repetition, and playing the position.
Yes.
You have to have repetition in order to get better. That is the key component in getting better. You can't get better sitting around or not doing anything. You know what I mean? So these experiences he needs, and because he's so open to constructive criticism, and he's very dialed in, and he's so studious, he's the perfect candidate to overcome any little issues or hiccups and stuff like that, because outside of that he's been looking stellar. You know what I mean? When I'm watching I'm just saying, from what I've been watching, how everyone's talking about Trey in the news and stuff like that, for these different platforms, ESPN and what have you, everybody's saying really good things about him. They talk about minor stuff, but nobody has the expectations that he's going to be mistake free. You know what I mean? He hasn't played. You're factoring in all of these different things. And I mean, everybody's making mistakes. Justin Fields has made mistakes. All these guys have made mistakes in the game. I mean, Justin Fields almost got planted. He almost got planted like a tree. Okay, he almost got put in the ground. You know what I'm saying?
That was such a sudden hit too. You watch everybody's watching that hit. Went because he just went down.
That reminds me of Patrick
quickly.
Willis.
Yes,
how Patrick Willis used to clean people up, man. He used to just he tried to put you in a casket. You know what I mean, when he hit you. Yeah, man, I'm just I'm really excited. I think the throwing the ball hard thing I was thinking about. He is throwing the ball super hard, and I was thinking about myself. Just lightly, just to speak on, because I know I did that before when I was playing, and when I learned, in my first year of playing, you got to be able to, we did play action. We ran a lot of, we ran wing tee and some West Coast stuff, and I did roll out. We had a play called 543 key pass, and we could kill any team with that play. We could run the play 5 times in a row, and we were going to get a first down or a touchdown because of all the options that we had. And once I would roll out, it's like I had like 4 or 5 options. I go through my reads. And it's like you can't stop everybody. Somebody's going to be open. So I'm just saying, when it came to the throws, though, on those plays, you have to develop a touch. You have to develop and know when you need to gun it in there, when you need to come a little bit lighter on it. But what I'm looking at with Trey, though, if you're looking at him throwing it in between these windows, you're trying not to give the defender an opportunity to not just make the play, whether he's interferes with the ball, but you don't want him to be able to get a hand on anything. You don't want him to be able to even see the ball. It's going to go so fast and hit the receiver that you're not even going to, they're not even going to know. They're going to be like, shit, when did the ball even come? But it's habit formed, I see, for him. And I remember watching his dad talk about when he was younger, how he was throwing the ball really hard, and his dad said, man, why are you throwing the ball so hard? And he's like, I'm not. So that's when he realized that his son had a gift. Yeah, so he's just he's a big kid, and he just has to learn how to adjust and develop those, just be able to, kind of flick it out there. He doesn't always have to, he case in point, that pass to Sherfield was perfect. And a lot of the time when you throw the ball fast like that, I used to love catching a ball when it's fast, and a lot of receivers that I play with like catching a ball when it was hot, when it's coming in hot like that. Because when it hits your hands, you just, it like gives you a boost when it touches your hands, and you just want to take off after you get it. When you're catching it in stride, and it's like a bullet, so it just kind of depends. But he has to learn how to do it when, it's necessary, and then not do it, because sometimes the guys aren't going to be able to even see the damn ball. You're meaning your receivers. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like, oh, whoa, it'll be stuck in your helmet, in your face mask. You know what I mean? You'll be running with the ball in your face mask, and they'll call that a catch. But
just run to the end zone. It's in your face.
Just keep running. Yeah, exactly. There's no penalties against that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's all about adjustments, man. And he's going to get better, and this offense is going to get better. I'm really excited about the defense. I just, they are scared of our defense. They're already talking about us. I'm glad that we have, this promise going on with, D'Amico and, these guys stepping up that depth in the defensive line. Now, Maurice Hurst is hurt, right? So is he going to the?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. They're talking about that tonight because you got to reduce 5 players so, you can be put on the PUP or the IR so you don't count against the count. So it's kind of one of those things with the defensive line that might work out well. Ellis,
we benefit from that.
Yeah, we out of time, fam.
Yeah, we definitely benefit from that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Can't have a day without Ellis. So.
Oh, man, thank you, brother Ronbo. You coming back on Tuesday, huh?
No, I think I'll be back because tomorrow they're going to reduce the team. I'm going to want to know who's getting reduced off this squad.
Yeah.
And see what else is going on in camp as well. So, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, because the Seagulls are chomping at the bit, trying to see who we give up so that they can try to snatch some of our players, especially how we coach them up and all that. Folks. It's like they coming in hot, But yeah, shout out to you, brother Ronbo, as always. Thank you for the platform. Thank you to the production. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. Shout out to all the Niner faithful out there, man. It's on, man. We got the Raiders coming in a few days. Yeah, shout out to Harry Loser, aka not Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to get y'all boots smoked, homie. Yeah, they about to get smoked, man. Y'all get ready. Henry Ruggs, he's gonna be wishing that we traded him. Anyway, we out of here.
All right,
peace, family.
Peace.
Much love. Peace.
There goes Ellis. And the Raiders, I forgot to mention, Kyle says the whole defense is playing. I thought, Kyle, you don't mean Nick and D, do you? I think he does. Oh! Emilio. Emilio!
What's happening?
Emilio, man, we're going over Kyle. He shared some of his thoughts today, and he said something about a Trey, and he's had enough of our receivers. Not only Ayuk, but he wants people to stop dropping the ball, and I know you do because I know I do.
agree with him.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I said that was the problem yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's not the quarterback, it's the receiver. Get paid it. Get paid for it. Catch the damn ball.
I've been crying about this for 4 years, So I'm glad. And so, it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust. And then, of course, you got Hufunga's has got Kyle talking about him. See, that's a good thing if you're Hufunga, because, Kwaski T in that toe, there's no positive diagnosis lately. So it's between Hufunga, Tavon, and Kendrick just got his toe. No, Hufunga's safety.
Hey, at that point, is next man up. You bet. Hey,
Marcel Harris.
Next man up. Hey.
Yeah, 3 guys. And Marcel's going to linebacker, maybe. So Marcel's going to be dual position. But, and everybody's going to be playing versus the Raiders. And, Emilio, would you put Bosa and D out against the Raiders this weekend?
What's the point? I mean, the Raiders are horrible anyway. It's not like they're going to match anything anyway. It's just
wait. Larry Hoover, he said horrible. I love it. Go ahead.
It's just a waste of time. What's the point? I mean, of course, get the guys that need to get the reps in and, make changes. Other than that, even if we lose in that game, it don't even mean anything matter. Anyway.
I just want to beat them up for the first few minutes.
I want them to put in Carr so we can hurt them. That way they don't have a quarterback. That'd be the better thing to see.
If they drop Carr in the opening segment, all right, D, Nick, have a seat. Hey, wait, send them back out here. I want some revenge. Nick, Dave, you don't want no revenge.
Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised you didn't hear that Khalil Mack thing. That came out earlier today. Talking about the Bears told him no.
Oh, really? Yeah,
that came out early. It was early. No? It was early in the morning. Yeah, it was early in the morning. They told him, the Bears told him hell no. They said no.
4 first-round picks.
I don't know what they were, but
what were the
Raiders
thinking?
Called about it, and the Bears. I don't know. The They just said the Raiders called and the Bears just told them no. Just outright no.
You know what? Because here's the first. What damn fool would trade Khalil Mack to begin with? I could not understand that move that day. And so that's good for the Raiders.
Well, the reason it was done is because Gruden wasn't getting along with Khalil. That's what that was. It was nothing different. It was just he was trying to run the team a certain way, and Khalil wasn't having it. And Gruden said, "You know what? Fine. It's my team. It's not your team. Bye." That's what that was.
So I blame Davis.
It was no other. It was nothing.
Whose team is it? You know? Yeah.
Technically, this what's his name? His son's name, but Gruden's making all the moves anyway, so technically it's Gruden's team.
But if I'm Davis Jr., I have to say something on that one. Listen, John, I really love what you're doing here. I don't want us to have any problem with this or anything.
His son doesn't know a damn thing of football.
Yeah.
His son doesn't know crack of football anyway, so him saying anything, it didn't matter.
What a mistake.
Gruden jumped in and was like, okay, what did you pay me for? For you to run the team or for I to run the team? So that's why he stepped back and didn't say nothing.
I'm glad. Hey, remember, John said he tried to get Khalil Mack over in San Francisco, but they wouldn't do it, right? Because we don't deal with the Raiders like that. Yeah. And they sent him over to Chicago. So this is so good. God, this is good. Good.
Yeah, it don't matter. It's not our team. Who cares? They can fall apart. Who cares?
Yeah. So anyway, but
it was with me. I don't know. It was my whole pet peeve was like I told you the other day. It was the receivers. You can put some of the blame on the quarterbacks, but as we said, if it's in your hands, you got to catch it. I don't care what the situation is. Like I said, I understand maybe there was a defender behind you or something, but if it hits your hands, I know you got to catch it, but So to me, I put it partially on the quarterbacks and mostly on the receivers. Like I said, it hits you in the hands. How much better you want the ball? You're not gonna get too many chances. When you make those chances, you got to do it. Like I said, even when they put touch on it, you don't catch it like Richie James. What are you gonna do there? It's one of those.
Poor Richie. Richie must wake up in the middle of the night screaming, "Oh, what's wrong with you?"
I hope he doesn't start crying like Vinci did. They're making fun of me. We don't need that.
Richie. 2 weeks in a row, Richie's watched bullets he couldn't handle come by him. And I said, Richie, you know what? I don't know, Richie.
He's getting cut. He's done. He had his shot. He tried to give him a shot, and it's not working out. And Richie's done.
Emilio, do you think he's getting cut? Because here's the thing. There's going to be some guys.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Well, see, that's the thing.
The only highlights he had was against third stringers. Come on, third stringers. If you can't beat the third stringers, and you've been in the league for how long? 4 years now? But you got to be able to do something.
Okay, give me your 5 starters in. Who you got picked on this team so far? For the wide receiver room.
My 5-star? What?
Yeah.
Wide receiver. You got besides Brandon and
Debo.
Debo?
Yeah.
You would have to I'd go with Sherfield, and this is where it gets hard. You can go with Benjamin, but you haven't seen too much from Benjamin, and then you got to go with Sanu. With Sanu. So it's kind of hard to tell who you really want. Oh, and then what's the name? You can go with what was the guy that played last week? Made a catch. Was it Jennings?
Jennings. Well, anyway, I'm glad you put Jennings in there because I was getting worried. Okay, because that's 6 right there. Then.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel you on Travis Benjamin too, because Travis Benjamin, he's a deep threat. And I'm not sure if we have any other deep threat. Because everybody says, well, you can run. You don't understand about deep threat. They need to be able to track the ball deep. They need to be able to gain separation. There's more to a deep threat than just being a good wide receiver. So I'm not sure if that's Ayuk for deep threat, though. But go ahead.
Well, Ayuk reminds me more of Anquan. He can get open, he can get the ball. If he gets the ball, he'll get you first down, you can touch it. That's what I use reminds me. If he can get faster, but it's going to take a little bit of time. He just needs to get more reps and more used to the game. He's actually going to have a quarterback this year, so it's going to help him a lot more.
I know.
So with Benjamin, he somewhat reminds me of Goodwin. I mean, they're fast, But dude, you got to catch that ball. If you want to be great, you want to get the ball to them, you have to catch that.
Yeah, because
that's gonna be the big thing right there.
I mean, we done ran out of time. Hey, let me. I hope we got time for you tomorrow. I'll be looking for you. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be back tomorrow, so I'll be looking for you.
Good question. What happened to Denise's family?
They had a COVID situation. Her daughter came down with it. She's okay now, and then the husband is fighting with it now.
Me, trust me.
You know about COVID, right?
I told you I had it before. Yeah, I had it before.
Oh.
That's not something to play with. You feel like straight crap.
That is scary. All right, fam. You all right now, though?
Like you said, her daughter. Because it was back in December, January. COVID is horrible. You feel like straight poo-poo every single day for about 2 to 3 weeks longer.
God. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Emilio. Have a great night, fam.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show, get in here, man.
I heard my name tonight.
Yes. And he referred to you as Little Show. I forgot what the criterion involved was. I know you do. Go ahead.
It involved around Jalen Hurd. It involved around Jalen Hurd.
That's right.
And the way I look at it, Ronbo, is if you don't have a nickname, or if somebody's not if you're not in somebody's thoughts or anything like that, then you're doing nothing right.
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's true. And Joey, that'd be just definitely special. Oh, Joe, before I forget, because I meant to tell you last time we talked, you remember the edge rusher you talked about that went to Green Bay, and you said he was in it. You know, he's doing well now?
Rashawn Gary?
There he is. Yeah. He's getting praise now. It took him a little while, but he's looking good, from what I understand. I got to go watch that Green Bay game to see what they're talking about.
Do not ever ignore the Big Show or anything like that when it comes to college football, because I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, Joe, you've been right. I mean, N'Keal Harry is still a work in progress, but for the most part,
he's still a work in progress. But to my defense on that, Ronbo, is Bill Belichick does not know how to draft receivers nor develop them.
True.
That's been, that's why he goes out and signs and overpays for guys like Kendrick Bourne.
Him and Trent Baalke, they've got that same problem. They don't know what a wide receiver looks like. A.J. Jenkins. Nobody's gotten over A.J. Jenkins yet. Oh, you guys, first of all, I know what I'm doing, and if you knew what I was doing, then you'd have my job, so shut the hell up. So, Trent's he's got to hear the things that are being said about him. But, go ahead.
Yeah. But as far as Jalen Hurd goes, Ronbo, the average shelf life for a skill position player like that is 5 years. And he's been with us for 3 years and has only seen one preseason game. Even if he does make it to his 4th year, the 49ers are not going to re-sign him. That's just a waste of money on a guy who is unfortunately injury prone. And some of you need to accept the fact that he's a bust. I mean, there's no point of holding on hope for him. If Kyle Shanahan's going to keep 6 receivers, then Jalen Hurd's not going to be on the sixth in the room, in the wide receiver room, with the 6 that we have. He might not even be on the practice. He's been rehabbing. If he's been rehabbing this long, then that's a problem, Ronbo. That's a problem. That's a red flag. I understand that football is a violent sport and people get hurt all the time, but when you're injured this long and you consistently get hurt, then I'm sorry, you don't deserve a roster spot on the NFL. You really don't.
I can't even offer,
because there are guys that are hungry. There are guys that are hungry out there more than that and want to play. Yeah.
See, Chad, I can't even offer.
People just need to give up on the dream.
I can't even offer an argument, and I can't. I mean, how do you 3 years, and he's got one more year left on his contract? We're going to keep him for 4 years, and he leaves next year saying, my leg still hurts. So, it's real scary to pay a guy for 4 years, even if it's a rookie contract, and he's going to leave you in the 4th year. And then, of course, he'll heal up and go to play for you-know-who. I mean, Seattle is waiting on him,
Even if he does play for Seattle, I'm not going to be scared of him.
So you got jokes tonight. I love it.
Seattle hasn't been the same.
I can't argue though. You're not wrong, really.
Seattle hasn't been the same since the Legion of Doom. They're donezo. They're not a threat anymore.
Yeah.
We went in there and beat their asses in Seattle, Ronbo. That's how much of a threat they're no longer to us. I mean, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Wilson's going to be leaving soon, so
one more year like this,
like
another preseason like this one, yeah, you can assume that's it because they came close this time, I think. Even though Russell Wilson says no, it was always going to be about Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But as far as Trey Lance goes in last night's game, Trey Lance has issues he still needs to work on. He's very raw. He's got mechanical issues he needs to work on, and Jimmy needs to be the starter. That's it. I mean, that's what you get when you draft a guy with upside. He's not going to be ready right away. That's why I'm not a fan of drafting players with a lot of upside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a win now. This is a win now league. You don't have time to wait for players to develop anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, that's why I was on the Mac Jones train, because he was the most pro-ready quarterback, and look at him now. I mean, he's making, you know.
I've already told you how I felt about it on Twitter. I'm kind of surprised. Mac Jones is going to thrive in that system. You know, that means Chris Sims sort of saying, "I told you." Okay, so it's going to be funny to see what happens in the weeks ahead, in a month or two ahead, during the regular season. And Cam Newton is right now on COVID punishment, so Mac's going to start.
I love Trey Lance. I love Trey Lance and everything, but he's got a lot of work to do, Ronbo. He's got to remember, this isn't baseball. Those fastballs are not going to work in the NFL. Ask Colin Kaepernick how that worked out.
Show. Your analogy.
Your ball's got to have touch. It can't be. This isn't backyard football like it was in North Dakota State. We're going up against guys who are never going to see a day on light in the NFL.
I've always, ever since I was a kid, I was wondering, how does a guy adjust speed on passes like that? That's it. That is an art form. That's why I give praise to Russell Wilson. I have never seen Russell Wilson can throw that ball deep and drop it over a receiver's shoulder, 40 yards down the field. For a guy that's right over in the corner, he could put that ball right in there, and it's not too hot. It's perfect. It's amazing.
Those guys are rare. Those guys are rare, though. Extremely rare. Rare.
We'll see what happens. He's going to work on that. He's got to get that down.
So he's got to work on some issues before he can win the starting job over. And get some damn receivers, man. Oh my God.
We get next year, first round pick, and every year we cry about this show. You and me both. Next year it's not going to be an issue. Get the first round pick, Kyle.
I hope not. I hope not. If there's a name,
we don't have a first round pick.
In front of your face,
God.
I know,
anyway.
but even if there's a big name in front of your face, Kyle, get him. Do not play cute and think you can turn up these guys from these no-name schools and turn them into superstars when that hasn't happened the past 4 years you've been here. Come on, stop being cute.
So I gotta go.
All right. Shout out to the CT fam. Y'all take care. Have a great night.
You
all
too,
right.
show. Have a good. See you later. I couldn't argue. Man, Jalen Hurd. Jamel, come on in, Jamel.
Yes, Rob. Well, let me come on in, brother. What is going on?
Come on, you bring me something to eat. I used to love I had friends used to wait. You bring something to eat? No. Well, you come over to get something to eat, didn't you? My dad used to be the worst one too. Yeah, you come over to get something to eat, didn't you? You bring anything to eat? No. You bring anything to drink? Daddy. Oh, you want to hit me up every time you stop me at the front door with this? No, I mean, I just want to know, because, last time you came over here, ate up all my peach Pablo, ate up half the chicken, drank up about 3-4 beers you didn't pay for. He got to embarrass you in front of your whole family, But hey, Jamel, here's the thing. Kyle said some things yesterday, and we're just going over that. He had some thoughts on Trey and Ayuk, and also the newbies, and what we're going to do with this week. We're going to start a lot of our starters against the Raiders and beat hell out of them.
Oh, good.
And also the guys. There's going to have to be 5. We got to get down to 80 guys. Hurst got hurt today, so if you're injured, you're kind of walking on thin ice right now. But Jamel, your feeling on these matters, and anything else you want to add?
And I'm going to have to watch the replay of the game because I totally forgot to. I don't know why I have my mind wrapped up on other things, and I forgot about the game. I'm going to have to watch the replay of the game, but so far, Trey is going to have to learn. He's a rookie, guys. We told you that, and everybody said he's going to live to the promised land and blah, blah, blah. Listen, no rookie has ever led his team to a Super Bowl and win. Not one. It's going to take him some time, so you got to be seasoned. So let James do a thing.
James,
and let's
I like
go
that.
Get that chip.
James Garoppolo. It sounds fun, James. Yeah, no, I know.
Yep, James Garoppolo.
But the potential for Trey is huge, and as long as we remain calm and patient, he's got some things that he's going to make perfect because Kyle's going to see to it, and the entire coaching staff. So yeah, we're looking good. So.
Oh, good. So, the next game, who we got?
The Raiders. Vegas coming flying in from Vegas, and they're gonna be flying out with an ass whooping.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
So so it'll be nice because it's always to be the. We ended up being the king of the Bay, as you know, Jamel, because the last time we played the Raiders, we ran them all the way out off the field. And did that with Nick Mullins, and now they can't run around and keep asking you every time you see a Raider fan, "Who the king of the Bay?" Man, who the king of the Bay? Hey, man, listen, you know what? You can stop hollering at me, okay? Y'all won one game in the last 8 years. Who the king of the Bay, Ronbo? Okay, you know what? This conversation's over. So they can't do that too. You know how relieved I've been in that, Jamel. I know Raider fans, most obnoxious breed of human being on the planet, and then now. I tell you, I cried that night after Nick Mullins beat the Raiders because I was so happy. I don't have to hear from those people anymore. So, we playing them, our first starters. So what do you think? Starters against the Raiders. What are you thinking?
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to I'm going to definitely keep up. So, is this all the starters Bosa playing?
He said all the defense. That sounds like yes. At least for a series.
Amen. Amen. Well, let me take a look at them and watch them get the dust. Watch them get the dust off. Get the dust off the brakes and let them do it.
Yep.
For a series.
Oh man, Derek Carr. If Nick and D dropped Derek Carr in the first series, oh my Lord, that's gonna be so much fun. Oh God. And also, Hufanga, I think he's got Kyle's attention. I think Hufanga's already made this team. It's one of those things where he is, but you don't know in what capacity. But he seems to like him. So Kyle likes him.
Wait a minute. Is that our safety? That the safety trying to make the team?
That's the one that Troy's been working with from USC, right?
Oh yeah, him. Oh, he's in there, 100%. He gonna make this squad.
Tell you. And and Jamel, if you had to get rid of 5 people, because the 49ers got to reduce this squad down to 80 people tomorrow. Who's can you name 5 guys real quick that you would like to say goodbye?
Ooh, guys, Ronbo, I'm going to have to look at the roster because I ain't been paying attention to nothing. I just been in the Word listening to other music and stuff.
Let me help you. You're definitely getting rid of C.W. Webb.
Yeah.
The fake cornerback. Dante Johnson is used to this, so he knows he's leaving. Maybe not tomorrow, but at some point. Yeah, Dante, he leaves and comes back later on in the season. I'm not sure after that. We got a couple of guys injured. Hurst is hurt, so he'll be put on the pup. There's a couple more guys. Kendrick got hurt today or yesterday in the game. He's got turf toe. You know what that means?
Uh-oh.
It's going to take him. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. And I wish we had time. Jamel, can you really quickly, would you get rid of Jalen Hurd at this point?
Well, he keeps getting. Is he hurt again?
It appears.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say Mongo back here. I mean, no disrespect. I know why Cal keeps keeping him around, but he keeps getting hurt, and we can't have that. This is a Super Bowl team. We need everybody right now, and he keeps getting hurt. So. And
what's worse is not only he's not healing up. That's the biggest issue. He's not even.
Wow.
We got a problem.
Right.
I really like him. Okay, we'll see what happens. Fam, Jamel, let me see you tomorrow. I hope you got time for us. If you do, I'll see you tomorrow. All right?
And I'll see you tomorrow. And happy birthday, Denise. Was it 51, I think? Happy birthday, Denise. I speak German, so.
Oh, is that right? Cool. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Denise
spoke. All right.
German.
Good night, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Good night. There goes Jamel.
Yep.
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, we're just going over some of the things that Kyle he did his interview today. He was on speakerphone or a conference call. And Jay, the thing is, he spoke about Trey because Trey's he's the up and coming star, so media's going to ask him all kind of questions about him. He broke it down. He thought that Trey did a great job of recovering from his mistakes and making adjustments during the course of the game, and that he's coming along. And Kyle says there's going to be lots of other things we're going to use him. Right now, we're in phase 1, so we're going to teach him how to navigate from the pocket. And then, we'll incorporate other things that he does because he's got natural talents for certain things. And Kyle's really impressed with the fact that he didn't, he wanted to know how he'd react under pressure situations and how he'd react after a fail. And so he had a couple. So, Kyle's basically just saying, I'm building this machine. He's going to be the $50 billion man later. And then also he got on Ayuk with the drop passes and the entire receiver core that's got to stop dropping passes. And, of course, the Hufanga. He talked about Hufanga today. So I figure with Kwaski T, that job is up for whomever wants to win it. You got Tavon Wilson, you got Hufanga. There may be others involved. Kendrick got hurt today, so he's out of the mix. But Tavon, Marcel Harris, and Hufanga. And then, of course, you got as I mentioned, the guys you want to get rid of. We got 5 guys, and I'm not talking about the hamburger, but 5 players that you could say goodbye to tomorrow. What do you think, Jay?
Man, can I just give a shout out to Trey Lance, though? That young brother is playing, and I think people need to they shouldn't say pump the brakes. This man only played 17 games in college football, and he's playing very well.
That's a good point.
I know it gets the backups and all that, but at the end of the day,
still, it's the NFL.
You got to understand. And he learned Kyle's playbook, so he's got it upstairs. He's very mature. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be a star, man. I think, I don't want to jump the gun real quick, but he's got his head on his shoulders, and when the press was trying to press him to say he wanted to get the starting job, he's like, I just want to learn every day. I got a good quarterback room surrounding me, and he just left it as that. You know what I'm saying? I think, he got a couple of things he got to learn, but overall, man, he's got Kyle's playbook. He's trying to learn to throw in the pocket. He's looking off safety, throwing the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like,
miles of potential.
Man, yes, and he's showing it. He's showing it young. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to give it up to Trey Lance. He's doing his thing. And
as a matter of fact, Trey can just now get into a bar. He just turned 21. That's right, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the reason why Kyle picked him, is because of his what he had upstairs. He wasn't looking at the overall talent. He was looking at what you got up here. Cause that's what makes a quarterback like Tom Brady. People don't understand that. You got to have it upstairs. If you don't have it upstairs and you got all the accolades but don't have it upstairs, you will not make it in the league. That's just a proven fact. You got to have it upstairs.
Especially as a quarterback.
Therefore, he can learn. Yeah, he got to be able to read the defense. So I think we're in a real good position. I don't feel like we need to just rush him. You know what I'm saying? Keep bringing him along. Let Jimmy play until Jimmy can't play no more. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, we got us a star, and I think we need to just, embrace it. Embrace it.
Yeah, touch upon the Ayuk situation a little bit, too. Brandon Ayuk has had a couple of miscues. Last year, he didn't really have any. He was like Mr. Excellent, so we pretty much believed he was going to be our number one guy. But it's not all his fault. I thought Jimmy floated that ball a little high on him. I guess with Trey,
I think so
he
too.
He turned his head. He took his eye off the ball before it came in. But, it's one of those things. But can we expect that better to improve? I don't know what went on with Debo and Mohamed Sanu. We're having drops, and we haven't had that issue in a long time, so it's a little strange.
Yeah, and I think it's I don't know, man. A lot of them missed a lot of time last year. You know what I'm saying, Debo? And I'm not trying to bring up the excuse, but you have to catch the football. That's your job. Run routes, catch the football. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but a lot of times it can fall on the quarterback if he don't put the ball placement correctly. He's throwing it behind him, and he's still trying to make catches. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it falls on it falls on the quarterback and the wide receiver, depending on how the ball is right there squaring the numbers, and he drops it, then that's on the receiver.
Yeah.
But you have to, I don't know. I think Jimmy I think Greg Coleman is right. I think he just basically he lost all confidence. Him and Kyle Hurd said he lost his confidence. I think he's pretty much. I think he just got his foot out the door. I know he's feeling like Trey is going to take this spot sooner or later, and that's what he got in his mind. I think Jimmy is not. He's not a bad quarterback. We won with him, but at the end of the day, I think he just lost his confidence. He can't stay healthy, and that's the main issue what we had last year. We had, and then before the 2019. So we always bring it up 2019, but you got to stay on the field, man. You got to stay on the field, and.
Well, he's currently not injured, so we can put that in the past. But I do think that at some point, timing issues these guys are having, I think that'll iron out. Well, I think we'll see something different maybe even as early as next week. So you may as well wait to judge him. But anyway, one last thing, though. Okay, you got like 85 guys. You got to lose 5. Tomorrow, what 5 guys do you see leaving? We got about 1 minute, Jay, if you can. Go ahead.
All right. I would say Jalen Hurd. I would say Richie James. Yeah. And I don't know, man. Like
Richie probably won't leave until the end, but maybe. I don't. Yeah.
Probably. He probably won't be the last one, but yeah, some of the players I would let go. I don't know.
We're going to see. Hurst is hurt. I think some of the guys that are injured are going to be counted in, and some of the guys that Kendrick's probably going to be put on the PUP list because he's not coming back anytime soon with that turf toe. Hurst is hurt with a high ankle sprain. You could put him on the PUP.
Yeah.
You know, that's 2 spots, and then you need 3 more guys. C.W. Webb should have been gone 2-3 weeks ago. That's 3.
Yeah, I think I would have released to him before I got Rosen.
So we'll see. Anyway, tell you what I'm going to do, Jay. Let's see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate what you do, brother. You have a good night.
Man. You too. And it's Mrs. Lewis's baby boy, one of the twins. It's Shay.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up?
Shay, we're sitting there going over Kyle's thoughts as of the day. But Shay, what are you thinking?
Well, listen, Ronbo, I wasn't trying to argue with nobody or anything, but my TNT brother Big Show came on early, a couple callers ago, and he just said some things that rubbed me the wrong way again. So I hopped on just to address some things. First of all, about the Jalen Hurts thing. I said this last week. He's fine with cutting him. Listen, if they cut him, they cut him. But my thing is this. If he's on a rookie contract on a 3rd-round tender, we waited for D Ford to be ready after D Ford had gotten a major contract and was literally robbing this organization, and he's had a miracle comeback. So why can't be the same thing from Jalen Hurts? 1. 2, James Andrews, who is the head surgeon for majority of the ACL tears, who worked on Bosa, he worked on he worked on Adrian Peterson, he's worked on everybody that in the NFL goes to James Andrews for the ACL. He's said it, documented countless times that it takes 2 years to fully recover. So yes, if we see some inflammation or a setback on Jalen Hurts, that's to be expected because he's only 1 year removed. It literally has to be another whole season. Jimmy looks way better. He doesn't even have the brace on, but the 2019, he had that brace on the entire year. Why? Because it takes 2 full years. And Jimmy doesn't even move that much as Jalen Hurts because he's not a wide receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this. If we could have patience, and, I don't think a lot of people had patience for D Ford. Everybody was telling them, just move on already. But if D Ford could make a miraculous comeback, why can't Jalen Hurts?
And Jason Verrett?
The top – yeah, and Jason Verrett too. We just gave Jason Verrett – he did take a team-friendly deal, but Jason Verrett has had countless injury history. So, and if we betted on him as an injury, the same thing with Bosa. Bosa had a setback in training camp. Remember, he was missing 2 to 3 weeks at one point, and then he came back. He was probably doing his, own off-site training and stuff with, whoever he's been recovering with, because he hasn't been recovering with the 49ers for his entire ACL rehab. He's been doing it with somebody else. But, we're bound to seeing setbacks, man. So, to just be just cut him, I think, listen, the kid is on a 3rd-round rookie deal right now.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like there's hope in him. Yes, injuries suck, but if we've seen a turnaround in D Ford, I think we can see the same turnaround in Jalen Hurts. That's all I'm saying.
Shay, I'm telling you right now, next time you call, I had no argument for you tonight, but I've been enlightened. Shay has brought me some things I can use. I want you to call back. I'm ready. Because I didn't have anything to offer. I like Jalen Hurts. I don't want him leaving.
But not even just D4, but like you said, we've even invested in Verrett, who's a known injury problematic player. This man has an ACL tear and an Achilles tear, and we still betted on him. So I just don't understand how all of a sudden, oh no, Jalen Hurts not progressed. I feel listen, if next year something happens, okay, cut him. But I feel like if you give him, he's in and out of the lineup this year, and he plays some games and he has some flashes, I think that's good. And then he'll fully be recovering, barring no injury or no major setback. He'll be ready for next season fully. That's what I believe.
And we've already invested this amount of time in him. Okay, so now it's the kind of thing where we've gone to a point of no return. That's a good argument.
Well, yeah,
I like that.
Ronbo, that's 100% right. We're already almost on his 4th round. I might as well just have him play all 4 years on the rookie deal and see what happens. And then the 5th year, on his 4th year's final year, because he's a 3rd-round pick, on his 4th and final year, maybe we can sign him for cheap, and we might have a bargain with that, and he might actually end up flourishing. You don't know. But to talk about that, so to move on from Jalen Hurts, Ronbo, I just want to give you your flowers. I know you've been saying, listen, guys, I love Trey Lance. He's looked good, but Jimmy Garoppolo's going to be day one starter. And it looks, and it's 100% looks like that. Like, listen, Trey Lance looks good. I know, Big Show, was a big, huge Mac Jones fan and whatnot, but I think this, like, if you could take Matt Ryan or the Kirk Cousins, or you could take what Josh Allen is now, because Josh Allen sucked his first 2 years.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden last year, he had a tremendous year after they got him a real wide receiver and Stephon Diggs. I think you go for the highest upside. You get the guy with the most talent, and I think the Niners did the right thing in my opinion. Now, obviously, if it doesn't work out, that does suck, but it's like if we settle for the floor, we've already done that, right? Like, we've already seen what he's done, what Kyle's done with Kirk Cousins and these guys, that are methodically smart but don't have the arm talent. And you could see the arm talent unfold. I mean, people are crying about, oh, he's throwing the ball too hard. Well, catch the fucking ball. You're a wide receiver. Excuse my French, Ronbo, but that to me is just a lame excuse. It's a lame excuse. Like, catch the damn ball, guys. Like, yes,
exactly.
He's had touch. Go ahead.
You paid millions to catch the ball. Catch the ball.
Exactly. I mean, Richie James has no excuse if he gets cut. I could care less. I've batted for this kid because his metrics show that when he has the ball, he's going to be one of the most explosive wide receivers. But if you can't catch the ball, then get the hell off the field, man. There's no point in keeping you. You got to feed your family, but you ain't feeding them when you're dropping balls that are wide open and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you your flowers on that, Ronbo, because Jimmy is going to be the starter. Let Trey develop, and I love what they've been doing. But also too, like, people forget, Trey's been taking nothing but dropbacks. I haven't seen one QB design run yet. I haven't seen one QB option yet. I haven't seen none of that. Like, they haven't even fulfilled the full game plan. I have seen 0 RPO zone stretches or any 0 RPO play actions. I haven't seen any of that, Ronbo. And it's because, they're not going to give the full scheme for preseason. They're waiting until he's fully ready. And no, I don't think he's ready yet. I think he still needs some time to develop.
And also, also Kyle wants him to develop pocket presence. How important. I knew that was going to be important,
and Ronbo,
Kyle.
That's 100% what it is. I think he wants him to get the pocket. Like, hey, listen, kid, you got wheels, you got legs. We've all seen it. I know you can scramble, but I want you to take the sack, throw the ball away, or try to get a completion. That's all I want. I want no scramble. And I love that, man. It's training the kid to be a pure pocket passer. And he even said himself that he's one. So let's just dial it back, guys. I think the season's going to be great. This team's ready to win now. Jimmy's looking great, in practice and in preseason games. So, and I love what they've been doing. Jimmy gets one series, and then you let Trey Lance get all the reps until the fourth quarter, and then you put Sudfeld in. And I love that. And I love how they completely cut Josh, and they said, we're not going to split. Just Sudfeld, you're the third stringer. You get the fourth quarter. Lance, you get first quarter to third quarter to get ready. And I love that. I love what the 49ers have been doing to develop this kid. And Ronbo, there's nothing but faith, man. We looking good, man.
I tell you, we got no problems. And Shay, wonderful stuff, and thanks for arming me things, because I really like Jalen Hurd, and Show comes in and makes me feel like a chastised child every time we talk about Jalen Hurd. So now I'm ready. Show, no I'm waiting for you next time, Show.
I love Big Show, man. That's my brother.
It's my day. You know how I feel about him. Big Show.
Shout out to my TT family. But shout out to Denise. Happy birthday to her. Love her and all the stuff she does for TNT. Great person. And, wishing her the best. And then shout out to all my members in TNT, including my brother Show. And Ronbo, thank you again, brother, for the platform. And thanks, production. And Ronbo, 49er football, baby. We are here. It is now. Ready. Let's go. Baby.
Yes.
All right, Ronbo, take it easy.
Be back tomorrow. Shay, if you got some time for us. Have a good night, fam. Oh, God. Hey, he is our, let's see, how do we call him now? Rudy's actually our token Rams fan. Everybody's got to have one. Rudy, I mean, to what do we owe this honor? Rudy got no audio. You must, whatever you did last time, you got to go back and do that. Did I hear something? Not yet, Rudy. Rudy, whatever. You got to go through the same mechanics as last time. You were like perfect. We still can't hear you. I see you, but no sound. And I know what you're thinking, Rudy. You're probably thinking, Rumble, you did that on purpose. No, we didn't. Rudy, you can find the switch. All right, there must be one mechanic you didn't go through. Not yet. No test. This is terrible. as much as we like to get on Rudy, I was curious as to what he was going to say tonight. Rudy, maybe, I guess you got to try again. All right. So Rudy's going to give it another shot. In the meantime, did somebody have us waiting and which we need to go back to? Because Rudy's, okay. Rudy, we're getting ready to leave. Are we leaving? So Rudy, I wish you, Rudy, there must be a switch you're not hitting. I don't know why I can't hear you. Still no sound. Boy, there's enough red and there's enough gold and blue in there to like set something on fire. Rudy, give it a shot. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. We got to work that out though, okay? All right. Sorry. Look, Ian Sharp said, unmute Rudy. I would. We tried. Rudy, it's on his end. No sound. Wait. Rudy, I heard a glitch. No, still nothing. Okay. Well, Rudy, I guess it's going to have to wait till tomorrow. All right.
Can you hear me now?
There you are, finally. Well, what did you do?
Oh, I have my microphone on USB, and I guess it wasn't set up right. I tested it. Sorry about that, Ronbo.
Well, it's okay, Rudy. Rudy, as I say, to what do we owe this pleasure? What's on your mind tonight?
I wanted to come in and say the young kid looked pretty good. He was moving around. He looked comfortable. He made a few mistakes, but that's what
Trey? Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good.
That's right in your neighborhood. Trey was in your neighborhood yesterday. That's right.
Yeah, and he looked good, and but they got to go with Garoppolo. He's the veteran, and I hear some guys saying, well, we're not running the offense that Trey's going to run. Have him running around, but that's the worst thing you can do, is have Trey running around with guys trying to make a name for themselves or get on the team. They might hit him low, like Trent Green. Remember the Charger guy, Rodney Harrison hit him low, and that was the end of the season for him.
Did you see what happened yesterday to Justin Fields? That was scary.
Yeah, he got clocked.
Wiped out like a truck ran over him. Man.
At first, I thought it was some old video of a different quarterback. And I go, no, that's
you got to slide. That was crazy. Youngsters got to I saw Trevor Lawrence get decked today, too. You got to slide. These guys are big, and they're strong, and they're fast. Slide, quarterback. Slide.
Yeah. Yes. And, that's the thing with mobile quarterbacks, is they are a big weapon, but you always kind of cringe when I remember RG3 crumpling over, legging out stuff. You always just worry about that because, the knee is so fragile and these guys are so big and they land on you and hit you a certain way, or your leg gets caught in the turf, but hopefully you guys will have a healthy team. Yeah. And, but what, I got to tell you a couple of things. It's not Niner related, but I know I'm a Ram fan, but I got to tip my hat to Les Snead.
Wait a minute. You're a Rams fan? Oh, wait. You could never tell by that robe. Go ahead.
But you know what, Ronbo? We have a 7th round guy, outside linebacker named Chris Garrett. And you remember when we used to have in the Super Bowl year, Barron, he would run in there and crush guys, and he was fast. This guy is a gem. He was a 7th round pick, and he was a guy who crushed the Raider quarterback last game in the preseason. I don't know if you saw him.
He's raising part of that game. I missed that part though. I was watching.
Yeah, he knocked the ball out. He looked like Ebukam Jr. over there. These guys, I don't know how they do it. We have late round picks all the time, and he looks like a keeper. And then we have a Cooper Kupp clone and J.J. Koski from Cal Poly, wide receiver. He's the one who was making the big plays on that drive to tie the game in the preseason. We missed the 2-point conversion, but we have another gem, and he's a late round guy. We have a cornerback, J.R. Reed. We're really deep at secondary with these guys. I didn't even know he was going to be in the mix for a starting position, but he might be a starter or backup. So we'll see. Both of our teams look loaded. I think if you guys stay healthy, that's the main key. Because you guys can beat us, with golf with backups, but you have problems with the other teams for some reason. You guys get up for us, and and the other teams, you can't beat them. But you guys, if you stay healthy, if you guys stay healthy, if you guys stay healthy and we're healthy, I think it's going to be us fighting for the division, and the Seahawks looking for the wild card. And if the Cardinals, if they do anything, they might be it might be the 4 teams in the playoffs. But I think it's going to be between our 2 teams because we're both loaded. You guys just need to stay healthy, and it's going to be crazy, man. And when we play, I'm looking forward to the October 7th game. We go to Seattle. It's going to be crazy. Thursday night football.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
You guys, you know what? You guys have had Seattle's number for a long time. You guys are having trouble with Seattle. There's really funny how the NFL works. There's some matchup issues. When you guys were beating the Hawks, you weren't. Actually, golf wasn't even there yet, right? I remember those games, and I used to laugh. I said, well, you know what? The Rams can go in and beat the Hawks anytime they like. And every
For some
time we
reason,
play them, there's always something wrong. So,
they built us because the Seahawks were up and coming. And you guys were there too. They with Jeff Fisher, they built our team to track down mobile quarterbacks. Yeah, and so we always had, but we couldn't get over the 8-8 echelon, 7-9 echelon with Fisher. But yeah, man, we're going to be loaded. You guys look good, Ronbo. Your boy Jimmy will be all right. There's no reason to look real good. He's got the job. Shanahan don't want to take the confidence from the kid. So
yeah, but that's a good point. You can't be out there getting hit like that as a rookie. It messes with their mind. In fact, he's taken too many sacks already. I don't know what that's doing to his psyche. You want that confidence to stay high. So yeah, they got to stop. They got to stop him from getting hit like that.
That was one thing that I was surprised they put him out there with that second backup line O lineman. That's your jewel. That's your guy.
Shannon says he wants to see how he reacts. I'm thinking, okay, Kyle, you know what though? You don't need to continuously see how he's going to react. All right, you need to figure out a way. Give him some plays where he can just get rid of the ball and just do something that let's not set him up to be failing during these workouts, especially preseason games either. So,
Yeah, I mean, if I was the quarterback, Ronbo, you can't do this, but I'd be a little upset, man. Why are you putting me out there with these guys?
The plays he's calling
running right in.
Yeah. So, but he's trying to build confidence in his ability to orchestrate from the pocket as well. So I understand that. We'll see more of him as it develops. Trey's got a good head on his shoulder, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he looks good. I didn't really see him in college because I'm a USC fan.
Yeah,
and
of course.
So
right.
Yeah.
Where do we gotta go though?
Okay, Ronbo. All right, man. Have a good day, everyone. And Ronbo, I appreciate it, man. You take care. You're my Nino brother. You're the sensei of YouTubers, and I appreciate it, Ronbo.
Thanks, Rudy.
And take care of my Laker and Niner brother.
All right, Rudy. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
All right, night, Rudy.
Bye-bye.
And with that said, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Hey, fam, I'll tell you what. You know what? Because I didn't know they were gonna reduce the squad. Normally, I'd take tomorrow off, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably check in tomorrow. If it sounds like CW Webb and a couple of the guys are gone, and maybe nothing else going on, no workout, maybe we'll just keep on. We'll wait till midweek, but otherwise, should see tomorrow. Meantime, fam, thanks for the contributions tonight, fam, as usual. Appreciate that. And the likes. My God, I love the likes. Thank you, fam. Have a wonderful night. I can't wait to see you again. Niners! Happy birthday, Denise!